That's the kind of work you want to do in your life. ऐसा टाइप का काम आपको एम करना है, ऐसा आपका गोल होना चाहिए, जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जैसे I was giving you my example, guys. I have studied my CA, CFA level 2. I've studied my law. I've done a lot of things, but I am not practicing any of that. None of that. मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा हूँ. There's a reason behind that. I was very good at all the work. You asked my CA where I was doing my internship. You asked my principal. He was always wanting me to join there full time, always, forever. CA pays pretty well. Same with law, pays pretty well. But I never loved that work. The kind of work I loved was always something which I had to talk to people, where I had to present stuff, where I had to help people build their career. That was always my calling. And that's why I chose a career which fits in all these three. Am I good at teaching? Am I good at training? Am I good at talking? Yes. Is that my strength? Yes. So this is fitting in. Do I like that kind of work? Do I, when I'm doing that work, it should not be in the case that, Monday morning है, मेरे को जाना नहीं है job पे, bore हो रहा है, boss बकवास है. None of that. You ask anyone who's around me, they'll be like, how do you love your work so much? I'm so excited for my work every day. It fits in out here. Does it pay well? Thank God it pays well too. I have found my ikigai. You need to find yours. You need to see what is the kind of work which is your strength, the good wala part. Because if it's not your strength, you cannot do it. Like if it just fills in one and two, if these two boxes, you can't do it. Like I love playing cricket. Cricket pays pretty well. Am I good at it? No. Can I do it? No, you can't. It's just a dream, right? So for you to actually excel at that work, excel at career, be good at it, become the best at it, CEO banna, ye karna, whatever it is, it's very important. It's around your strength. Never choose something which is difficult for you. Never choose something which is not your strength or something which is your weakness. Always choose something which is your strength. That's very, very important. Something which you'll be good at. And one very important part is, इसके लिए you have time in your hand. From today, you have years before you reach that 5-6 years वाला part, and you can become good at it. वो automatic हो जाएगा. Another amazing part is that finance as a career already pays well. ये जो टिक है ना, ये automatic हो गया है. Amongst most of the white collar careers available in front of you, finance is one career that pays amongst the highest in this industry. So you already, it can be any kind of job in finance, any kind of role, any kind of company. Finance pays well, plus there's a lot of growth also in finance. ये automatically हो ही जाएगा. Already हो रहा है. So this box, that is the pays wala box, is ticked for most of y'all. ये automatic हो जाएगा. You just need to see that you enjoy that kind of work and you're good at it. ठीक है? This is the thing which you need to do. Next question which comes, which when I show this to students, is sir that I don't know only what kind of work will I do. यही नहीं पता, मुझे idea ही नहीं है. Because I have no idea what kind of work is there. If I don't know what kind of work is there, how will I know what kind of work will I love? Correct? Does this happen with you all? If yes, can you reply with a yes? If you have very less idea about what kind of work you will be good, you love or you'll enjoy, again, I see a lot of yeses. Great, great, great. Lovely. So next thing, then step three, I'm going to explain you what are the type of work in the field of finance, and उसमें से what kind of work you will, how will you find that out? Okay, there is a framework. I hope you understood. Step one was the logic behind your career, that you designed it backwards. Step two is understanding how do you select the kind of work you want to do in your life. Third is understanding what kind of work will you enjoy doing. Okay, so love it wala part. That is your career types. What are the finance career types? Can you tell me in the chat box, आपके हिसाब से, what type of careers are there in the field of finance? Before I explain you all, can you tell me? Investment banking, portfolio management, IB, equity research, risk management, IB. Come on, everyone. I need people to tell me. Corporate finance, private equity, consulting, financial analyst, fund manager, IB, equity research, debt research, credit analyst, IB. ठीक है. I'm getting a lot of answers out here. What if I tell you all? Every answer I've got out here is wrong. Listen to me very, very carefully, guys. Very, very carefully. ये सब जो आपने बोला है आर नॉट टाइप्स ऑफ करियर इन फाइनेंस. दीज आर वर्क प्लेसेस इन फाइनेंस. कैसे टाइप के जगह पे आप काम करोगे वो आपने बताया. एट एन इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक, एट अ प्राइवेट एक्विटी फर्म, एट अ वेंचर कैपिटल फर्म, इन एक्विटी रिसर्च एक्सेट्रा. व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ करियर? ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. लिसन टू मी केयरफुली. देयर आर 5 टाइप्स ऑफ करियर इन द फील्ड ऑफ फाइनेंस, which are namely analyst, marketing, operations, compliance, technology. ये 5 type of work are there in the field of finance, and you need to see which kind of work out here will you love to do. इसमें से कौन सा काम आपको पसंद आएगा. Now, you sir, ये क्या बोल रहे हो? Why have you put technology, marketing, and finance? Now, listen to me carefully, guys. What do you mean by a finance career? A finance career is a career where you are going to use your knowledge and skill sets in finance to grow and earn and become successful. That's basically a definition of a finance career. ये finance career होता है. So amount of knowledge you have in finance जो आपको लेना है, that kind of knowledge can be applied in 5 different types of career. Every finance firm जो आपने नाम लिया, investment bank, equity research, wealth manager, mutual fund, all of them have these 5 type of roles. And today you don't have to decide what kind of company will you work in or what kind of place you will work in. But what you have to decide is what type of career will you have. Will you be an analyst? Will you be someone in marketing, in operations, in compliance or technology? Because irrespective of the type of work you go for, like the kind of place you work in, an analyst has similar work in an IB, in an equity, in credit, etc. The skill sets required, the education required is almost similar in any kind of analyst. Same in any kind of marketing, same in any kind of operations. So you can end up working in an investment bank or in a hedge fund or in a venture capital or anywhere. If you're an analyst in any of these places, your job profile, your strengths, the kind of education you need to have has to almost be the same. So your goal today, when you are thinking of a finance career, should not be that I want to end up somewhere else. वो नहीं होना चाहिए. I cannot see that. Okay? That is not something which your goal should be. Instead, your goal should be that I want to end up working as an analyst or I want to end up working in the field of marketing, etc. Now, let's say marketing, technology, ये सब आपने क्यों बोला यहाँ पे? Like, why is this included out here? I don't understand. ये सब क्यों आया यहाँ पे? So let me explain you. So the 5 types of career in the field of finance are like these. First is an analyst. So this is a person who has a lot of knowledge about finance, and then they analyze data to then see what kind of assets are valued above their normal value or below that normal value. See, finance in the end is a valuation game. You can be into equity, into debt, into startups, anywhere. All you do is you see that whether an asset is cheap or expensive. It's cheap, you buy it and make money out of it. If it's expensive, you sell it and make money out of it. एकदम ऊपर ऊपर से फाइनेंस समझा रहा हूँ आपको मैं. ठीक है? Now, who is the person who sits and tells you which kind of asset is undervalued or overvalued? It's an analyst. They have a lot of finance knowledge, then they go through a lot of data, they run their models, and they predict that what should be the future as per them, as per the data they have. They do meetings, understand con calls, and then they tell you whether this is a good asset to invest in or not. वो एक एनालिस्ट करता है. ये एनालिस्ट का काम है. Now you can be someone who is working in an IB and doing it on startups or in equity research or in credit research. As an analyst, the work will be the same only. Just the type of company or the asset will keep on changing. आप समझ रहे हो? So if you're in, I can say, if your interest falls in such kind of work when you need to go through data and be you're strategic, logical, understand the better and etc. Then that case you should go for an analyst type of a role. Getting it? Next is marketing. You're like, sir, ये क्या है? Why are we talking about marketing and finance? Because understand, you can be in any finance firm, any type of company. Everyone needs sales. Everyone needs money. Everyone needs clients. And that's why all these companies have very big teams who handle the marketing, huge teams that handle marketing. Because obviously everyone needs sales, right? Now, the people who work marketing out here are the ones who have their, I can say, interest or strength in talking, in convincing, plus have a lot of knowledge about finance and economics. Because let's assume I'm working in an investment bank and in the marketing department out there. So what I'll be doing? I'll be going to clients, pitching that you should invest in this company, you should invest in that company, etc., etc. The clients will ask me 10 questions that what about a Russia-Ukraine war? How will that affect this investment? What about the GDP data? How will that affect this investment? If I don't have knowledge in finance, I cannot be a marketing person in the field of finance, right? So if your strength, if your interest is in talking, convincing, you're an extrovert, etc., marketing is the role for you in finance. So you can be in a bank, in an investment bank, in a mutual fund, anywhere, in a broker house. All of them have marketing roles. And one thing I tell you, all these 5 types of careers pay very well. अच्छा पैसा सब में ही है. But you have to be in the right one as per your interests and your liking. If your interest and strengths are towards an analyst and you choose a marketing role, maybe you will not get the growth you need or you deserve. समझ रहे हो? Like I don't enjoy reading. I'm not someone who can read and analyze data. I'm not someone like that. If I had taken such a role in my life, I wouldn't grow well. Even if I'm good at it, I won't grow well. अब समझ रहे हो? I hope you're getting it. So it's important to understand your strengths, your interests, यहाँ पे कहाँ पे match हो रहा है. Third is operations. What is this? Basically, every company needs to have a team that sets processes, that sets operations so that everything else can work well. So people who are very logical, people who do the strategy wala part, people who know Excel well, people who are very organized, they are the type of people who end up in operations based role. Just to give you an example, you need a loan from a bank. What will you do? You'll go and fill the form for a loan. You think that एक बार ये कर लिया, then bank will either give me the loan or not give me the loan, right? But understand, in actual, to ensure that the loan is processed or not, in the bank, there are so many processes that happen. There is one team which checks whether the form is filled properly or not. Another team which will check whether the data you've put in that tallies with the actual data. मतलब they'll do a background verification. They'll talk to 10 people. They'll see your assets. They'll come and verify in your go down, etc., etc. Third team will see that report and then decide whether you should get the loan or not, and then decide what kind of interest rate you should get as per your credit score. Fourth team will communicate to you that you've received the loan or not received the loan and what is the next step. So there is a process set. Multiple people come into picture. That's when any kind of work can happen. And obviously, for all of this, again, a lot of knowledge about finance is required. So the next career type in finance is operations. You can work in an operations department in any of the places to work in. Again, the skill sets will be the same. Next is compliance. Everything in finance is very much, I can say, in bed with law. You have SEBI, IRDA, FEMA, FERA, so many laws which govern every asset class in finance. So every company can be a broker, can be an investment bank, can be a wealth manager. They have to follow legal procedures very well. And for that, there's a compliance team who understands law, has interest in law, and also has knowledge about finance. So if you are someone, जैसे मैंने CA and law दोनों किया है, if you are someone like that and who's interested in law also, compliance is a very good option for you. And the last one is technology. Very upcoming, very much in demand because everything is becoming automated. Processes are becoming smaller in automation with IT, etc. And that's where technology comes into picture. Obviously, anyone in technology in the field of finance needs to have a lot of finance domain knowledge also. Just to give you an example, what is the importance of technology in finance? You know, the company that has given the best returns over the last 15, 20 years has been Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance का business is giving out loans. Now, ऐसा क्या किया Bajaj Finance ने that the share has become like 500x times in the last 20 years? ऐसा क्या किया है? What has it done? So when it came out at that time, if I wanted to, so it's into consumer loans basically. If I want a loan for a car, a bike, a laptop, etc., that's what Bajaj Finance does. Now, पहले if I wanted this loan, I went to a car showroom. I liked the car. I applied for a loan. Loan will take 7 days to get processed, and then either I'll get the loan or not get the loan, and then I can buy the car. This is the process. In this 7-10 days, most people ka thought process or choice of buying a specific car would change. They'll see that नहीं ये गाड़ी लेते हैं, अभी नहीं बाद में लेते हैं. Thousand things can come up. Bajaj Finance came up with a product where they had a person sitting in every car showroom. If I want to buy a car, I go there, I give my details, the person puts the details in the computer. In 5 minutes, your loan is either approved or disapproved. If approved, in the next 5 minutes, the money goes in the showroom ka account, and in the next 10 minutes, you are out with the car. आप गाड़ी लेके जा रहे हो. Suddenly, all consumer durables ka sales increased massively. And because of which, every company now wanted a Bajaj Finance person or a Bajaj Finance desk in their showroom. This is actually what happened. Now, understand how important technology is. Because of a small technology product innovation that they were able to do, they captured the whole market of consumer durable loans in the country. That's what they've been doing. And that's how important now AI, automations, and technology in the field of finances. पहले, if you wanted to buy some share, you had to go to the ring. If you've seen Scam 1992, आपको पता होगा. Correct? Then you have to go through a broker, call up a broker, मेरे को ये buy करो, 10 shares buy करो, etc. Now it happens on the computer or on the mobile phone with Zerodha and Grow and all those things. With technology, the time required to do anything has reduced massively, cost has reduced massively. So every company has a big tech team, and these people know tech and know finance also very well. So as someone who's studying finance, who's wanting to make a career in finance, there are 5 types of careers that you can look at. Now, all of these depend on your interest, depend on your strengths, etc., etc. आपको कौन सा टाइप का काम पसंद है? Getting it? I hope this is clear. Can you all on the chat box now tell me amongst these five what kind of role which you prefer? Like मैं अगर आपकी जगह होता मैं marketing करता. That's my strength. That's my interest. What kind of role would you be interested in? What kind of career would you be interested in? Analyst, operations, compliance, analyst, marketing, technology. Lovely. Okay. It's a mixture. Great. Now, I hope you've understood this part properly. कि क्या है, कैसे हो रहा है, etc. ठीक है? So now once you know what kind of work will you love, what kind of type of career you will like, you will enjoy, you will be good at, etc. The next part, this is step 4, is you have to become the best at it. But before that, I want to tell you one more thing. Once you know these things, it's important to also know कैसे टाइप के प्लेसेस है वर्क करने के लिए जो आपने पहले आंसर दिया था. मैंने asked you types of career. You answered investment banking, equity research, etc. Those are not the types of career, those are type of workplaces in finance. Which are these all? So you can end up in these types of roles in any of these companies, in an investment bank, in equity research, in portfolio management, venture capital, credit research company, risk management company, corporate finance, quant company, stock trading, ये सारी companies. All these types of places of work in finance have all these roles. You have to right now focus on this. Build your, I can say, CV, build your skill set, build your knowledge in any one of this. And then you can work in any of these. All of it pay very well. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope you've understood this. So 3 parts are done. Step 1 was designing your career. Step 2 was selecting a career. Step 3 was ensure to know what kind of work will you love. And step 4, very important, is you have to become the best at it. Like, let's assume you said that I want to be an analyst or I want to be into operations, whatever it is. You have to be the damn best at it. If you are not the best at it, guys, believe me, आपकी value नहीं होएगी. Market is very competitive. Across the globe, it's competitive. One good thing is right now, finance may more and more things are opening up, demand, etc. Right now, you're lucky. All of that is there. We'll come to that in some time, why it is there. But overall, understand if you want growth, you can start here, you want to end up here, you have to actually compete with hundreds of people who stand here. Because, any kind of growth happens in like a triangle. Everyone can't grow. Everyone को promotion नहीं मिलेगा. आपको क्यों मिलेगा? You have to be the best at it. So how do you become very good at whatever career you choose is the next part. कैसे आप बनोगे? How do you become the damn best at any kind of role you have? Two things, education and exposure. Education में one is the degree, that is the college you've chosen. Second is the professional course which you can choose. And third is the skill sets you can make. And exposure में it's about co-curricular activities and internships. ये 5 चीज मिला के you can become extremely good at whatever career you have selected. I hope you're getting it. So degree college, most of you are already selected. I won't talk a lot about it, but very important to understand. Better the college, I'll repeat, better the college, better the, I can say, exposure opportunities in it. Like my college, I'm from NM in Mumbai, one of the best colleges in the city. We had amazing festivals, events, internships, job opportunities, sab kuch tha. But some other college might not have that. So study very well in your 12th and go to a good college. Very important. Yeah. Next is professional course. You can do like a CFA, MBA, all these things come in professional courses. I'll come to that in some time. So do a professional course, learn, study, become very good at it, have more and more knowledge in the field of finance, the domain field of finance, very important. Third is skill sets. So once you have knowledge, you also need to know how to implement it in the right way. Practical requirements जो चाहिए वो skill sets होता है. Exposure, as I told you, you can be a part of events and competitions and all. It shows the kind of intent you have in life. Second is internships. The better the internships you do, the more exposure you get, the more you learn, and better your demand will be there in the market. So ये चीज हम लोग को करनी है. This will help you become the best in whatever you decide. ठीक है? Now let's discuss. So इसका I won't discuss because most of you have selected your college. Let's discuss about professional courses. Which professional course ideally you should go for and why, and what are the type of options you have in your life. So उसमें the type of professional courses that are available are these: CFA, MBA, CA, FRM, CAIA, CFP, CMA, CCA, CPA. ये 9 courses हैं which you would have heard of. इसमें I have done a color coding, something green, yellow, red, dark red, etc. There's a reason for that. Let me explain you with the ulta thing. Let me start with the dark red one. CPA, ACCA, a lot of you would have heard. Very famous. बहुत marketing होता है इसका, ये करो, वो करो, etc. Please remember. Please listen to me carefully. They are not a finance option. They do not give you finance careers. They give you careers in accounting and taxation. If you are interested in an accounting career, you can study a ACC or CPA. ACC is famous in UK, Middle East, CPA in US, Australia, Canada, etc. Accounting career, taxation career, do this, not for finance. Please remember, accounts and finance are not the same. Very, very different they are. So ACCA, CPA, they are dark red because they do not help you in building a finance career. You do this, you will not get a finance job. Okay? Next is CFP and CMA, pink in color. Why? Because they are very, very, I can say, easy. Easy, one of they are very, very basic. They are like a side thing. You can do that along with something to just maybe learn something extra or something, but they will not give you a good job or they will not help you build a good career. They're just an add-on which you can have. They're a certificate which you can have. So they are finance. One is financial planning, one is management accounting and finance. You can do this, but not enough. Like only CFP or only CMA will never be enough. Then we have CAIA and FRM. One is financial risk management, one is chartered alternative investment analyst, CAIA. A lot of you might not even have heard of this. Why? Because these two are extremely niche. But this is not generic. This is not something which everyone can do and get a job out of it. If you are working in that specific niche, if you're working in alternative investments, CIA makes sense. If you're working in risk management, FRM makes sense. Else it does not. A lot of people are like, मैं 12th के बाद FRM और CFA दोनों करूंगा. But नहीं. Do FRM only if you're going to work in risk. Else FRM wouldn't make sense. Same as CAIA makes sense only if you're working in the field of alternative investments. Else it doesn't make sense. ठीक है? So this is very, very niche. Ideally, I prefer or I suggest students to do this after they finish their CFA, MBA, etc. and then they are working in that department. तो ये वो करो वरना मत करो. ठीक है? Someone in the chat go like CS. Guys, CS तो accounting में नहीं है. CS is compliance. It's not even near finance anywhere. तो गिनो ही मत इसमें. ठीक है? Now the three major options you'll have to build a good finance career are these three, which is CFA, MBA, and CA. And specifically in MBA, it's only from a tier 1 or a tier 2 MBA. If you're going to do this from a tier 3, tier 4 MBA, it's a waste. You will not get a finance job. उससे तुमको सिर्फ basic operations वाला tech वाला job मिलेगा. Finance job नहीं मिलेगा. You'll get like, go and fill Excel sheet, etc. etc. Not a proper finance job. If you want a proper finance job, tier 1 or 2 MBA or CFA or CA. इसके अलावा option नहीं है. ठीक है? Now, what I've done, because these are three main professional courses that you can do, I have done a direct comparison between these three, CFA, MBA, and CA. And in that, I'm also going to explain you that amongst these three, why am I someone who always suggests CFA, especially for a finance career? I am someone who also trains for CA. मेरा CA का training भी है, but I specifically suggest CFA for a finance career. I'll tell you why, because and I'll explain you all those things. So what I've done, I have thought about it. If I was in your place, and if I had to choose any one of these, what would be the points I would think about? And उसको मैंने compare किया है. So you understand directly कि क्या कैसा है, etc. So what are the ideal comparison areas? Salaries, how difficult or tough it is to pass the exam, is it valid across the globe, what is the kind of fees, ये सब मैं सोचूंगा, right? Before I choose any one of these. So what I've done that, I've done a direct comparison where there's a heat map. Dark green is very good, green is good, yellow is average, red is big. First is salaries. कैसे पैसा मिलता है? Again, please remember this is tier 1 or tier 2 MBA, not any and every MBA. So CA and CFA pay pretty well. CFA starting salary after level 3, 14, 15 lakhs. CA 11, 12 lakhs. Tier 1 MBA 25 to 30 lakhs. Tier 2 MBA around 15 lakhs. So I've made MBA in dark green because tier 1 obviously pays higher. And CFA and CA also pay pretty well. Also, one very important thing is to understand either of these three. इसमें से आप कुछ भी करोगे. The growth is very good. So you can do a CFA, a CA, MBA. You start at a good salary and you can grow also pretty well. Okay? This is about the salaries. So that's why these are the colors. Next, very important is the probability to pass. How easy or difficult is it to pass the exam? This is very important because India is a very competitive land, like competition from bachpan. So in that, CFA beats MBA and CA hands down. MBA, to actually get into a tier 1 college, you have to be in the top 1 or 2% of all the students who are there. तभी तुमको मिलता है जॉब और इन एन आईआईएम और एन एनआईएमएस एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा टियर 1 के लिए टॉप 1%, टॉप 2%. यू विल हियर यू नीड अ 99 परसेंटाइल एक्सेट्रा. उसका मीनिंग होता है टॉप 1% में बनना है. सीए यू वुड हियर single digit passing percentages. CFA on the other hand is approximately a 50% passing rate, a very high passing rate as of now. Because of which I always suggest students that no one wants to get stuck in between. Since years we've seen our Seniors give 5 attempts of CA, 3 attempts of CA, 10 attempts of CAs, clear नहीं होते हैं. और CFA में सब नहीं होता. The probability of pass the exam is very high, and because of which, again, I always tilt towards the CFA if a finance career is something which you want to go for. Next is global validity. Again, very, very important. Uh, so CFA is globally valid. It's like called the gold standard in global finance education. It's valid in 150 plus countries. CFA. So you can basically study CFA in India, Australia, US, Canada, Dubai, Singapore, UK. कहीं भी पढ़ो. It's the same. It's valid everywhere. So it's like there's a global mobility thing. You can give a level 1 here, level 2 in US, level 3 in US, completely fine. You can give all the 3 levels out here and work in UK, completely fine. It's valued everywhere. That's why that's dark green. Whereas MBA and CA, not valued everywhere. MBA, most people wouldn't know which college, how good it is, etc. Like someone in Singapore wouldn't know that is SP Jana good college or is Nirma good college. They wouldn't know that, right? CA only valued in like Middle East and in Canada, nowhere else. It's yellow. So these two are yellow as average. This is very good. That's why I make it dark green. Okay. Last is the fees, the investment required, the amount of money you need to invest to do these specific professional courses. Usme CFA is light green, it's good. CA is dark green, it's very good, and MBA is red, it's very expensive. So MBA would cost you 2 years plus 30, 40 lakh rupees. So it's not just money, it's money plus time. You cannot do something else along with an MBA. आपको सिर्फ एमबीए करना है एंड ऑब्वियसली द फीस रेंज फ्रॉम लाइक 15 lakhs to 55 lakhs also. So average 30-35 lakhs होता है for 2 years for a good tier 1 tier 2 MBA. So it's pretty expensive. Whereas CA, all the levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, CA foundation, inter, final, approximate I can say cost will be around 3 lakh rupees, and CFA all the 3 levels cost is around 5 lakh rupees. That's the cost. So it's much more cheaper compared to an MBA, and obviously you get a very good ROI, return on investment, when you do these courses. Okay? So if you see, like when I'm comparing these, CFA falls in green in all the important things, and because of which I always advocate that CFA is something which you should do, you can do. Obviously, you can do multiple things also, but if finance career is what you are looking at, वो करना है तो CFA is something which will give you a very good edge and give you very good growth opportunities if you're going for it. Also, when you start CFA post 12, CA also post 12, then MBA post graduation. And total duration, time taken, MBA 2 years, CA 4 years, and CFA 2.5 years. It approximate time चाहिए to complete these specific courses. ठीक है, so I hope this is something you understood, you've got an idea कि क्या होता है. So I'll again just repeat, MBA only tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 1 and tier 2 are like the best MBA colleges. उसमें ही करना है वरना उसका मतलब नहीं है. ठीक है? So this is about the comparison between the multiple professional courses which are there in front of you to become good at finance. Cool. And also I've done one more thing is like, can you do like CFA, CA, MBA together? Can इसमें से multiple चीज कर सकते हैं? Answer is yes, you can do. MBA and CFA though a lot of people can do very easily together because the timelines don't clash. Most people attending out here are still in college. They can start a CFA right now and do an MBA later on. And also I've written if needed. Why have I used the word if needed is because most of the students I have seen, they don't require an MBA. उसकी जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. Because by the time you finish your level 3, you're already like 15-16 lakh का package. At that time, leaving your job for 2 years, 2 साल कमाओगे नहीं, 2 साल growth नहीं मिलेगा, and investing a further 25-30 lakhs only makes sense if you're going into like the best MBA college. वरना मतलब नहीं है. So can you do it together? Yes, you can. But should you do it? Answer is your call. आपको देखना है. My suggestion is only if the delta is very high. If you're going to get into a very good MBA college, तो करो वरना मत करो. And MBA obviously always makes sense only after work experience. A lot of people tell me I'm in college right now. अभी सर मैं SY में हूँ, TY में हूँ. Sir, should I start with CAT or should I do CFA? First thing, always remember, never do an MBA without work experience. Might be the worst decision of your life. Think of it in such a way. If you're in a good MBA college, okay, you have come as a fresher, no work experience. I have gone in as someone with 2 years work experience. Some company comes, let's assume JP Morgan comes to place out there. When JP comes to place, they are going to select from the pool of students which are there. The role is already decided, the pay is decided. So what will JP do? JP will see amongst these which are the best students, and they will always prefer the ones which have work experience. Always. Because work experience is hota hai, they know how to work in a corporate, they know timing, discipline, all these things. So that's something which is already there. So what happens? Most things I've seen, or most times I've seen, is all the good jobs after an MBA go to people with work ex. All the leftover jobs go to a fresher. And I'm sure after doing an MBA, you don't want to get the leftover jobs. Very simple thing, right? So MBA CFA, can you do it? Yes. Should you do it? Your call. But my suggestion is only if the delta is very high, very good MBA करो तो करना मना मत करना. CFA CA, can you do it? Yes. Again, I have done it myself. A lot of faculties who teach with me have done it. But it's very difficult. Cost timeline clash. Both of them can be started after 12th. So a lot of times the exams clash, timelines clash. So only if you're someone who's very hardworking, very passionate in the field of finance, that's when you do like a CA and CFA together. Else you can skip it. Okay. And if you want to do, my suggestion is you should ideally start CFA after you finish the CA intern. So CA foundation area, then in 9 months, 1 year you have a CA intern, you clear a CA intern, then you have approximately a 3 year gap before your CA final comes. उसके बीच में आप CFA level 1 level 2 खत्म कर दो. And believe me, if you are someone as a CA, if you've done it level 1 level 2, it's much more probable that you will end up in a finance job instead of a tax or accounting job. तो आपको finance job चाहिए as a CA, CFA कर लो, वरना बहुत difficult है because a lot of people now are doing CA and CFA both. So all finance companies who want to hire CAs are also looking for people who have done CFA level 1, level 2 along with CA. ठीक है? So this is about can you do this together? Cool. I hope this is clear. I hope you're understanding these things. Next part is about the kind of skill sets you require. Okay, to become the best at it, I told you, good college, good professional course, and you need good skill sets. On say skills change the field of finance. So there are 6 specific skills I've written which most people would require in the field of finance. वो मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है, which is financial modeling, valuation, research report writing, technical and fundamental analysis, investment banking, pitch book creation, and Python. ये 6 major चीज चाहिए. I'm assuming you already know MS Excel. If you like, because it's normally taught in school and also I assume you know it. If you don't know it, this is something which you need to learn for sure. This is like the basic skill required. There's a quote which says, if you cannot excel in Excel, you won't excel in life, which is very true. सबसे important requirement MS Excel. ये तो चाहिए ही. The next is financial modeling and valuation. This is basically a skill which helps you in जैसे मैं बोला in finance. It's all about valuing an asset, whether it's undervalued or overvalued. उसका पूरा process is FM1. It's universal. You can work in any field, in any type of career. It can be analyst, operations, marketing, sub jagah, you will require this. This is something which is very much important. If you don't know this, again, getting a good job in finance becomes difficult. Next is how to write research reports. So again, majorly required in the field of marketing, analyst, ये दो में चाहिए that how do you write a research report? If you can be in equity, you can be in credit, you can be in IB, हर जगह चाहिए रहता है. Then, if you are into stock trading, into portfolio management, you need to know how do you study companies, how do you study charts, how do you study patterns. That is technical and fundamental analysis. Then, how do you create pitch decks? So, anyone in marketing specifically would, an analyst again, would require how to know pitch decks. That is, if I am pitching a company to my client, उसका एक presentation जो बनाना है, वो कैसे बनाना है? What should be there? How should it be done? How should it become, or I can say, how should I make it in such a way it becomes very convincing, etc. Last, Python. As I told you, by automations, technologies taking over most things, uh, maybe AI won't replace you, but someone who knows AI will replace you. So learning Python is very, very important. Learning coding, learning some basic of tech is very, very important. So Python helps you in automating a lot of data analysis, which is required in finance, in backtesting, etc. So is it required? Maybe no. Is it preferred? Yes. If you know Python, you will always get a preference over others because you never know when in your job you will require Python. So maybe on the face जरूरत नहीं है पर कभी भी जरूरत पड़ सकता है and you can be more efficient if you know Python. So these are the ideal skill sets you need to learn if you are building a career in the field of finance. ठीक है? I hope I'm clear with this and I hope you've understood this thing very, very clearly. ठीक है? So cool. So I'm done with like the first part and I want to just ask you, tell me, are we completely clear about structuring your finance career? सब लोग समझ गए सब कुछ? The first part where I told you I'll explain about the career options in finance and structuring the finance career. समझ गए सब लोग? Yes, 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 100%. Lovely, great, great, cool, amazing. ठीक है. In that case, as I told you, I am very particular about my promises. If I promise something, I will give you the first 2 promises. Get an idea about the various work avenues in the field of finance and get a structured path to build your finance career. I'm done with these 2 specific promises. Okay, before I move ahead and explain you about the various details of the CFA program, can you let me know in the chat box about, I guess, give a rating. Till now, how has the webinar been? Like out of 10, if you have to rate the webinar till now, कैसे करोगे आप? Out of 10. So I see a lot of tens and nines and hundreds and 10, 9.5s, 11. Great, great. Amazing. So cool. Let's continue in that case. Let's go to the next part, which is get a complete detail about the CFA program. So in this part, there's going to be a lot of facts which will be also there, which you can just find it anywhere on Google also. Won't talk a lot about that, but a lot of things will also be where I am adding my experience का part, which I'll obviously focus a bit more on. ठीक है? So, uh, first thing is the structure of the course. So the course has 3 levels of exam: level 1, level 2, level 3. आपको 3 level of exam खत्म करनी है. Plus you need 36 months of relevant work experience to get a CFA charter. So CFA charter is the CFA degree. ठीक है? To get a degree, you need to clear 3 levels of exam plus need 36 months of relevant work experience. Two important words out here: 36 months. These 36 months can either be before, can be after, or can be during your CFA journey. So you can be someone who's already a working professional, already has work experience. तो आपको सिर्फ exam clear करनी है, you will get the charter. You can be someone who's a student who's just giving exams right now. In that case, you have to work later on and get the charter. Or you could be someone who's working right now, चालू किया है, just a fresh graduate, giving the exams and working simultaneously. That's also okay. So you can be before, after, or during your CFA journey. Relevant means anything in finance. So if you're working in finance in any of those careers which I told you, in that case, that's relevant. So that's about the structure of the course कि क्या क्या आपको करना है to become a charter holder. Next, very important is the eligibility. This is where most people make a lot of mistake and there's a lot of confusion. Listen to me very, very carefully when I talk about the eligibility of CFA. सबसे पहले you need to have a valid passport. Passport के बगैर you cannot give the exam. To appear for the exam, please see the words I've used out here. For registering for the exam, you don't need a passport. You can register without a passport. But before the exam actually comes, you will need the passport. ठीक है? So if you don't have a passport right now, don't worry. You can register without a passport also. But ensure you apply for a passport. In India, we get it like 2 months. So you'll get it ASAP. And you can then, when you go for the passport, you need to go for the exam, you need to have the passport in your hand. Okay? First eligibility is that. Second eligibility is when can you give the level 1, level 2, and level 3 exam earliest. Listen to me carefully. I use the word earliest. सबसे पहले, सबसे जल्दी आप कब दे सकते हो? These 3 levels of exam. So level 1 can be appeared 23 months before graduation. Level 2, 11 months before graduation, and level 3 after graduation. I will repeat. Earliest you can give level 1, 23 months before graduation. Level 2, 11 months before graduation. And level 3 after graduation. That's when you can give an earliest. Okay? Cool. So now let me explain this in a bit more detail to you. I've just made a timeline. Let's assume you're graduating out here. आपका graduation यहाँ पे है. ठीक है? In that case, when can you give your levels? So इससे आप 11 months पहले आएंगे where you can give a level 2. Further 12 months पहले आओ is where you can give a level 3, level 1. And anytime out here is when you can give a level 3. ठीक है? This is very simple. I hope you are getting it. This is where your earliest eligibility is. What if you're already a graduate? Are you eligible? Yes, you are always eligible for level 1. मतलब ये सबसे इसके पहले नहीं दे सकते हो. इसके बाद you can give it whenever. You are someone who's working since 10 years. You are eligible. Yes, you are. What are you already in the last year of graduation? Are you eligible? Yes, you are. ठीक है? Now the main confusion which people have is what does graduation now mean in India? Because as per the NEP, the National Education Policy which has come into picture, most undergrad courses have become 4-year degrees. Now, please remember in that NEP format, your first year is what is called as a certificate. Your second year is called a diploma. Your third year is called a degree. And your fourth year is called an honors. So even in a 4-year undergrad program, your graduation happens at the end of third year and not at the end of fourth year. Most people across any college wouldn't know this. I know this because I'm already, as I already an approved prep provider with the CFA Institute, plus I run a college also. So I know this very well. End of third year is where your graduation happens. And uske 11 months pehle level 2, uske 12 months pehle level 3, level 1. ठीक है? As I told you, most people won't know this. Again, just making it simple. So your level 1 can be given in the start of second year of college. Level 2 in the start of third year of college. And level 3 either in the fourth year if you're doing it, and if you're not doing it, the post graduation. That's when you can give these specific levels earliest. Okay, I hope I'm clear with this because this is where a lot of people get confused. Even in a 4-year degree, this is how it will work. Okay, so this is the eligibility. As I said, what if you're already a graduate? Are you eligible? Yes. If I'm a graduate, can I directly give level 3? No. You need to give all the levels irrespective. तो कहीं पे भी चालू करो level 1, level 2, level 3 देना है. And there's no upper age for eligibility. You can be a 45-year-old or 60-year-old. Everyone can do CFA. You know, we have a 63-year-old who started CFA with us some years back. he wanted to become a portfolio manager, manage people's money, retired tha, did a CFA. There's no upper eligibility. This is the minimum eligibility. Okay? Next is the subjects. What are the subjects we study in CFA? The curriculum of the CFA course. Usme I've divided this into two parts, which is allied and core. So CFA is like a very heavy on investment finance based subject. You study a lot of investment based subjects, right? So usme there are core subjects and there are some subjects which help you in taking those decisions. Those are allied. Core may we have equity, fixed income, which is basically debt, bonds, debentures, etc. Derivatives, which is call, put, forwards, futures. Alternative investments, which is investment in like alternative assets like hedge funds or paintings or commodities or cryptocurrencies. And portfolio management, which is how do you manage a portfolio of all these type of investments and get the best return. Allied is subjects which help you in taking these decisions. First is ethics. CFA Institute is very particular about ethics. You need to be very ethical. Quants, which is similar to like math, FSA, which is similar to accounts, economics, and corporate issuers. Why am I using the word similar to? Because FSA is not accounts. You don't have to write accounts. You have to analyze accounts. You need to know how to analyze a balance sheet, analyze a cash flow statement, etc. Okay. Again, quant is something which is similar to math. It's more like statistics. Now, a lot of questions come. That's all. Can I do CFA if I have not taken maths in 11, 12? Yes. Can I do CFA if I'm not a commerce student? Yes. Can I do CFA as a law student, as a pharma student, as an art student, as a humanities student? Yes. Finance has no mind up. You can be from any field and you can do finance. That's the best part about finance. Yes, someone from commerce might find FSA easier. Someone from engineering might find quant easier, which is fine. You might have to put in a bit more efforts. But is it that you cannot do it? Obviously, no. Anyone and everyone can do it. And I'm sure if you attend this webinar, you are not someone who's going to be afraid of efforts. But mehnat to karni padegi. Without putting in efforts, no one's going to succeed. Without efforts, nothing's going to happen. So efforts will be डालने पड़ेंगे, but it is possible for any and everyone. You can be from any background, commerce, science, arts, engineering, medical, law, humanities. Everyone can do CFA. The two required things are A, you need to be interested in the field of finance, and B, you have to be hardworking. If these two things are there, then doing CFA is not difficult at all, and you can get a good career in the field of finance. Okay? This is our curriculum. So again, I know a lot of people ask me, sir, can I do CFA with a finance without a finance background? Yes. I've also put like a screenshot. One of our students, Aniket, who cleared the exam in August 2024, has sent his result to me. There is a CFA program verification letter, and is saying, honestly, sir, when I joined the program from a non-commerce pharma background, I didn't have a lot of expectations. Thank you to all the teachers. I feel this became possible because of you all. Thank you so much. So, a pharma student, someone who's not even studied quant, like उसका तो बहुत weird है. Like, science में pharma. He's someone who's done it and cleared the exam also. So, very much possible. As I told, you have to be interested in the field of finance, be ambitious, hardworking, कर सकते हो. ठीक है? I've also put up like what is the weightage of each subject in each level. Just to give you an idea, allied and core. In level 1 is 50-50%, and as you go to level 2, level 3, allied keeps on falling, core keeps on going up. So the idea is you start with equal weightage, and by the time you go to level 3, you're studying more of core subjects only. Okay? And if you see, ethics is like there in all the three. Very, very important for them. Now comes a very important part, the exam pattern. Now, listen to me carefully. So I always am very clear in saying that the success or the I guess the secret behind clearing a CFA exam is never about how much you study. It's always about how you study, because the curriculum isn't that big. Isn't that vast. Like total curriculum is like 1200 to 1400 pages for level 1, but it's a very difficult curriculum and a very difficult exam, especially for Indian students. इसलिए how to prepare for the exam is very very important, and it's much more important than how much you prepare. Okay? So what are these difficult parts? Why is this exam difficult? Why am I telling you that? Let me explain those things. So something which is common for all levels. First, that the exam is in two sessions of 2.15 hours each. That is 2 hours 15 minutes each. It's on the computer. It's not on pen and paper. The exam happens on the computer. There's no negative marking, and all subjects come together. That's the common things out here. So what does it mean? Very, very important for you all to know. Unlike a normal Indian exam, where I give maybe accounts today, economics after 2 days, business studies after further 3 days. Here it doesn't happen like that. You saw these 10 subjects? All these 10 subjects are asked in the same paper together. And this exam does not stretch over multiple days. It happens only in one day, where you sit at one place for 5 hours. Kitna? 5 घंटा, 5 hour long exam. and give the exam on the computer, not on pen and paper. Most of our brains won't even work on the computer because we never used to studying or solving on the computer, right? So, but here, 5 hours, all subjects together on the computer. That's how the exam happens. Correct? Level one, the format I told you, it's MCQ. Same format में MCQ में है. Where there are 180 MCQs, 19 session one, 19 session two. As I told you, each session 2 hours 15 minutes. बीच में half an hour का एक optional break होता है. In that break, you cannot go out. Sit there, have water, complete. But just to rest. But 5 hour long exam. 90 MCQs in each of them. Level 2 is also MCQ based, but instead of direct MCQs, now you get question sets, or I can say they call it vignettes or comprehensions, where there's like a amount of information given and you have to answer based on that information. So you have 44 such questions in each session, totally 88 questions. Level 3 is half like level 2. You have one session of basically 8 to 11 sets of 4 to 6 MCQs each, like comprehension 8 se kya rahega, 4 to 6 MCQs आएगा. Second is an essay type question where you need to, like, you'll be given a case study and you need to, like, give a subjective answer, not an MCQ based thing. So session 1 is MCQ, session 2 is subjective. So very important. When I told you, how you prepare for the exam is very important. Q, assume karo, you're giving level 3. Must padhai karke gaya. Must, you know everything. But your typing speed is slow or inaccurate. You will not clear the exam. Because this specific session 2 jo hai, you need to type the answer. तो टाइप करना है पूरा. Case study will be given and you need to tell why this not, what will be your opinion, etc., etc. So I hope you're understanding, because the paper pattern is very different. We are not used to this. We are not used to studying in this pattern. Plus CFA is very, very conceptual. We are not used to studying conceptual. We are used to remembering things, by hearting things, writing big answers, writing songs and answers. We are used to that. So this exam is a very different type of an exam. And how to prepare for the exam will always be much, much more important than how much you prepared. You know the whole curriculum pit and pat. You know everything perfectly. You've revised 10 times. But if you have not revised in the right way, if you haven't studied in the right way, you will still not clear the exam. ये याद रखना. मैं लिख के दे सकता हूँ तुम लोग. And I'm telling you this with years of experience and training thousands of students, seeing the kind of mistakes which people make, seeing why people fail. I'm telling you this thing. In life, it's very important not to repeat the mistakes which others have made, because our life is too small to just learn from our mistakes, right? You need to learn from others' mistakes also. So I'm telling you the mistakes which others make. So याद रखना ये चीज very, very clear. ठीक है? I hope I'm clear till here, and I hope you're understanding and with me completely. Cool. So this is about the paper pattern of the exam. Next is the schedule of the exam. कब कौन सा level of examination होता है? Guys, one request. I'm seeing a lot of questions are coming in the chat box. Guys, let's keep the questions for the end. Like, let's focus on what I'm explaining right now. I told you it's going to be very, very informative. Right? A lot of eye openers will be there. So focus it here, or else you'll miss this part. Okay? Question है, note down on a piece of paper. I'll answer at the end. Don't worry. I promise you. I think by now you've known if I'm promising you to give quality, I'm giving that. I'm promising you I'll solve all the questions. I'll do that. Don't worry. Okay? Level 1, 4 times a year, Feb, May, August, November. Level 2, thrice a year, May, August, November. Level 3, twice a year, Feb and August. This is when the exams happen. Level 1, 4 times. Level 3, level 2, 3 times. And level 3, 2 times. Okay? So what is the ideal schedule for you all? If you're someone who's just cleared 12th this year, started the college right now, you cannot give the exam before these specific attempts. So ये आपका earliest or ideal होगी, where you give August 1, August 2026 level 1, August 27 level 2, August 28 level 3. This is about the people who've just cleared 12th this year. For anyone and everyone else, you are in college since 2 years, you are a graduate, you are a working professional, you're in second year, third year, fourth year, anyone and everyone else, except for these people, except for the 12th cleared this year. उसके अलावा सब लोग का May 26 level 1, May 27 level 2, and Feb 28 level 3. ये ideal timeline है. ठीक है? If you're in 11th or 10th, you're too early. आप तो बहुत जल्दी हो, आपको तो बहुत time है. No one can start this before they've cleared 12th. So उसके लिए मैं बता ही देता हूँ. ठीक है? Now, why these specific attempts? Now, it's very important to understand these attempts I have given with the idea that most of you are already studying or working somewhere. वो आप कर रहे हो, आप जॉब कर रहे हो, आप पढ़ रहे हो. So because of that, you have limited time to prepare for CFA in a day. Correct? So ideally, CFA preparation would require 600 to 800 hours. इतना पकड़ लो, if you are like average kind of a thing, average student हो, above average हो, 600 से 800 घंटा लगता है for an Indian student. This includes studying, revising, practice, etc., etc., everything. So if you need 600 to 800 hours of studies, according to me, you will require like over a span of 8 to 10 months is something which you will require depending on the speed, how much time you have in your hand every day. 8 से 10 महीना चाहिए आपको. So assuming you are working or you are studying, because you have limited time where you can put in for CFA, this is the ideal attempt. Can you give it before this? Can you give Feb 26? Yes, you can. Feb 26 registration are still on. I wouldn't suggest it. Because according to me, it's not enough time to prepare along with doing something else. So you guys, sir, what if I'm not doing anything else? I have enough time to just prepare for the exam and I'm just studying right now. Then you can give Feb 26 also. I'm fine with that. But most students who I've seen who attend my webinar are either studying or working. So उनके लिए 600 से 800 घंटा निकालना के लिए 8 to 10 months are required. That's why I've put in this specific timetable: May 26 level 1, May 27 level 2, and Feb 28 level 3. This is the ideal timeline for most people attending the webinar. I hope this is clear. And as I told you, you can be someone who is a CA, fast in studying, or you someone who has nothing else to do, who's just studying CFA right now. तो आप Feb भी दे सकते हो. Your call. ठीक है? Next is the salary. Very important. How much money can you earn after you do CFA? And the data I've put in front of you is a data which we received from the CFA Institute. They have taken spoken to people in the industry, the companies, and they've studied how much money people earn. So usme they have said there's a 192% hike ideally from level 1 to becoming a charter holder. That's what they are saying. The range is from 9.8 lakhs to 28.6 lakhs. So a couple of things to note out here. First thing is CFMA, you don't need to clear all the levels to get a job. You can start a job directly after level 1 also completely fine. Obviously, you cannot be someone who's still studying. मतलब आप college में हो और आपको job चाहिए तो difficult है. But someone who's a graduate, who's in the last year of graduation, starting CFA right now, can get after level 1, after level 2, very much easily. A lot of jobs are available. What is the ideal salary? Level 1, ideally they say 9.8 lakhs. Level 2, 13.5 lakhs. Level 3 के बाद 17.5 lakhs. And after you become a charter holder, approximately 28.6 lakhs. This is the salaries that they have quoted. This is what an average is. Obviously, people will get a bit lesser and a bit more than this also, depending on the skill sets you have, the kind of college you are from, etc. This kind of money is very good money. As a starter, if you're getting anywhere around 10, 11 lakhs, it's a lot of money. And as I said, along with that, very important is there's a lot of growth. चालू तो अच्छा किया है पर growth भी काफी है इसमें. ठीक है? And what is the highest remuneration our student has got after level 1 is 16.8 lakhs. So, but they say 9.8 lakhs, we've seen people at 5, 6 lakhs also, we've seen them 16, 17 lakhs also. Why this difference? As I told you, the college you're from, the skill sets you have, the soft skills you have, the exposure you've got, all those things will matter when your salaries is decided. So the range will be pretty high. Average is what they have told out here. ये इंडिया के है. This is what you get in India. But as I said, a very big advantage of doing CFA is its global validity, its global exposure. So what salaries people get abroad? Because someone on the chat box is telling me that, sir, but I had heard that some years back, after charter, people used to earn only 8, 10 lakhs. Okay, I'll come to that after some time. मैं बोलने वाला हूँ. There has been a great rise in the salaries of CFAs after the COVID, after pandemic. Why? I'll come to it sometime. बताऊंगा मैं आपको. Before I want to explain you what is the kind of money which people can make across the world. ठीक है? So इसमें, as I told you, CFA is valued in 150 plus countries. It's like the gold standard in finance education across the world. We have exam centers across the world. So in India also there are 24 centers. You have to go to the nearest center from your house. Almost all cities in India are centers. Now, the average starting salary of a CFA charter holder in US is $1,77,000. जो इंडिया में 28.6 lakhs is $177,000, which approximately comes to like 1.6 crore rupees. Massive money CFAs make in the US or most countries across the world. Massive money. And I've also put up like an article to tell like कितना होता है. ये average है. They say the range is between 64,000 to $255,000 a year. So globally, value is very high. It's not just India. If you're looking, if you're someone like who wants to go abroad, study abroad, settle abroad, work abroad, CFA gives you a very good pathway, a very good, I can say, um, jump launch pad. And along with that, even if you just done a level 1, level 2, you can get into better MBA colleges also. Like उसमें भी फर्क पड़ता है. You're going for an MBA in Ivy League college. If you've done some levels of CFA, you get extra brownie points out there. ठीक है? I've also done a comparison of the various global education options which you all have, accounting and finance दोनों में, and what is the salary you get in all of that. So like CFA average salary $177K, CPA $115K, ACCA 65K pounds, and FRM $92K. Why am I doing this? Because I've seen a lot of students come to me and tell me, sir, I'm fine with accounts also, I'm fine with finance also, but मेरे को abroad जाना है. I want to go to US, Dubai, Singapore, Canada, Australia. I want to go abroad. I don't want to stay in India. So even in that case, when you're open to either accounts or finance, just want to go abroad, even in that case, CFA beats any other options hands down. You see, CFA $177,000 compared to CPA 115K, ACCA 65K, and FRM $92,000. Okay, this is about the average salaries you get across the globe. Now I'll come to the next thing. Again, back to India salaries, where I was explaining that why this sudden rise is there. कि क्यों बढ़ा है? What is the reason for the growth? Now, always remember one very clear thing. Any institute, can be CA institute, can be CFA institute, will never clear or will never pass more students than the demand in the market. Because the worst thing for them can be unemployed professionals. If I am CFA institute, my goodwill goes down if there's a CFA and if he's not getting a job. I'm CA institute, my goodwill goes down if I'm a CA and I don't get a job, right? So always remember the number of people they pass will be in tandem with the demand in the market. And the growth right now in the salaries, especially in India, has happened because of one thing. It's demand. Massive demand for CFA professionals has come up in India after the pandemic. And why? What is the reason for that? The reason for that is outsourcing. A lot of you might have heard this term, a lot of you might not have heard this term. Outsourcing क्या होता है? I am sitting in the US. I'm in New York. I'm a fund manager. I need to hire an analyst to work under me. If I hired a person in US, I had to pay, आपने देखा average $177,000 as a charter holder. I need to pay इतना. But the same skill set wala person who's cleared the same exam, has the same knowledge, has the same experience, can be hired at one fifth or one sixth of the cost in India at 28.6 lakhs. That's the average. $1.77 lakh dollars से 28.6 lakh rupees. So what will I do? I will any day hire that specific person in India to do my work. Because in one person the cost in US, I can hire 5 people in India. Correct? Very much possible. This is what outsourcing is, where people across the globe outsource their work to Indian companies, or they open their own GCCs out here, knowledge centers, what we call out here, and they hire people here to do the work for across the world. This is the trend right now in finance. A lot of companies are coming and opening up their offices in India. And when these companies come and open offices in India, they don't hire MBAs or CAs. Why? Because as I told you, they don't understand how good an MBA college is, and CA is something which again they don't understand because usme padhai same nahi hai. It's not valid globally. Plus, their clients will never agree that a CA or an MBA is handling my money. Because in Japan, in Korea, in US, they only know about a CFA. So the reason, the compulsory thing is that you have to hire CFAs. That's why CFAs का demand massively बढ़ गया है. Lot of CFAs are being hired. Lot of CFAs are being paid well. This is the current scenario. You know, there's a saying: "Make hay when the sun shines." If you are looking at building a career in finance in India, guys, close your eyes, do a CFA right now because that's the demand. That's where the demand is right now. That's where the value is right now. I'm getting it. And if you want to go abroad also, as I told you, the best option you have in finance or accounting career is CFA. इसलिए I'm very bullish on CFA as of now. Will this demand remain after 10 years? Maybe not. वो forever तो नहीं रहने वाला है. पर अभी है. जो people who start right now and get a job in the next 3 to 4 years will benefit from it massively. So, बोलते हैं ना कि लोहा घर में हथौड़ा मार दो. For you all, that is the scenario. Make the most of the situation where there's a lot of demand, study it, become the best at it, put in efforts, do the hard work, and see magic happening in your life. And it's not just me who's telling this outsourcing one thing, guys. I've also put up like just some proof so you know that there are so many companies coming to India, outsourcing spotlight, Westpac moves roles to Philippines and India. Why global banks are flocking to India. 59-year-old bank will shift 4,000 permanent jobs to India. Outsourcing of like India to back 40% of the jobs lost to layoffs. This is something which across the globe these specific news portals are saying. Because this is the trend right now. सब आ रहे हैं इंडिया आ रहे हैं because we are hardworking, we don't command very high salaries, we know English very well. All those things बोलते हैं ना कि all your forces, all the powers are coming together. That's what happens in India when they come on. If anyone's living in Mumbai, if you've been through the Western Highway, you would see this big building. of Morgan Stanley just besides Oberoi Mall now. Like a 60-story building. Thousands of people, like thousands of jobs from across the world have brought out here. All finance people, all finance professionals, most of them CFAs. Okay, so this is about the kind of money which you can make in India and abroad and why right now it's in trend and in demand. I hope this is something which you're understanding and clear about all of this. Guys, with me, everyone till now? Yes, no? Understanding? Cool. A lot of yeses, amazing. Guys, I want you to respond. Come on, here. Great. Cool. I'll go to the next part in that case. So this is about the kind of money we make. Last thing, which I want to talk specifically about CFA, or the second last thing, दो चीज बाकी है, is now the salaries, the kind of so after salaries is the investment, कितना पैसा डालना पड़ता है, the fees of CFA. Okay, so CFA fees excluding scholarship. Scholarship मिला तो थोड़ा पैसा बचेगा, but excluding scholarship, the amount of money, the amount of fees which you pay. So there are two registrations, early bird and standard. If you register before 7 months of the exam, it's early bird registration. And between 3 and 7 months of the exam, it's standard registration. 95% in India, we are very frugal. We don't want to spend a lot. We'll come for early bird registration only. So इसमें level 1 fees is $1140, level 2 is 1140, level 3 is 1240. All of this plus 18% GST goes to Modi ji will approximately come to around 3.4 lakh rupees. Plus, you add to that approximately 1.5 lakh rupees, which people pay for classes. 95% of people, when doing CF in India, will take some mentorship, will take some classes. I don't know why. It's not about how much you prepare, it's always about how you prepare. So, we obviously know how to prepare the right way. We've seen it done with thousands of students. So, most people will take this, and this is for like live online. Obviously, recorded will be cheaper, offline will be a bit more expensive, but live online, which most people take. So, 1.5 lakh rupees. So, total fees including your CFA exam fees plus classes fees, excluding any scholarships, comes to around 4.5 to 5 lakh rupees. You know, great thing out here. Very few education options give you the opportunity to actually earn more while doing it than what you're paying. If you remember, just after level 1, average salary 9.8 lakhs. मैंने बोला normal range भी होता है 5-6 lakhs से start होता है. So you actually earn more just after clearing level 1 then you're going to pay for all the 3 levels combined, and that's an amazing thing. Very few such education options give this. That's why honestly the ROI of CFA is very good. You literally earn more. Like you'll have more money in your bank account when you end CFA than when you started CFA because you're working along with that. It's a big advantage you can get. Like it's an obviously a choice, but most people do that. Okay. Now scholarship, if you, there's something called a CFA access scholarship. It's given or I guess awarded to deserving students with financial constraints. Two important things: deserving and financial constraints. Deserving means you're the right person to get it. You have interest in finance. You are hardworking. You can showcase the results, showcase what you've done in finance previously. Plus, there are money issues, financial constraints. In that case, you can get a scholarship. If you receive the scholarship, the fees is reduced to $400 plus GST. So 1140 था 400 होता है. Approximately 75-80,000 rupees you save per level. Okay. Each attempt has a specific window for which you can apply. So May attempt, August attempt, Feb attempt, हर एक attempt के लिए you have a specific window. In that window, you can apply for the scholarship. And how do you apply for the scholarship? You write an essay in limited words to showcase your need and deserve. So आपको ऐसे लिखना है where you are telling them why you're the right person to receive it, why do you deserve it, and why do you need it. And if you're chosen, then you receive the CFA Access Scholarship, and you can save like 75 to 80,000 per level. Okay. So this was about the fees and the scholarship and the investment you need to make if you're doing CFA. The last thing, which again, as I told you, is very close to me, is the passing percentage. Why very close to me is because I have seen the kind of competition, the ruthless competition that's in India. I have trained a lot of CA students. My friends have done MBA. My brother has tried MBA for multiple times. It's very difficult if you are not super brilliant to get into a good MBA college or to clear CA in time. बहुत difficult है. Whereas CFA, on the other hand, it's very, very different. The kind of passing percentage that CFA has is something, and ये कैसी चीज है जो मैंने बोला since CBT, because as I told you, since COVID, the demand for CFS has increased. Because demand has increased, more people are passing the exam. Correct. So level 1, 39% passing, level 2, 46, level 3, 54. This is the passing percentage. If 100 people clear level 1, 39 clear. Level 2, 46, level 3, 54. Compare that with CA. CA also has 3 levels: CA Foundation, CA Inter, CA Final. 30%, 12%, 8%. you have approximately a 30x more probability of clearing CFA all three levels in the first attempt than CA all three levels in the first attempt. So, you can, as I told you, you don't need to be super brilliant. You can be someone who's above average, who's average, but who's very much interested in finance, who's ambitious, wants to work in that glass building, in that Morgan Stanley building, for example, and is hardworking, wants to build that career in finance. आप CFA कर सकते हो. You just need the right mentorship, right training मिला तो easily doable. It's not that difficult to clear the exam if you do it in the right way. That's the gist out here. And even in MBA, you would hear to get into an IIM, you need 99 percentile. जो मैंने आपको पहले बोला. A percentile means you have to be in the top 1% to be in 99 percentile. 98 percentile is top 2%. So, you have to be the creme de la creme. Everyone cannot do that, yeah. बहुत difficult है वो करना. So does it mean that people who cannot do that cannot dream big and cannot work in finance? Obviously not. You still can. So CFA is there. You can do CFA. And if you're super brilliant, you can do CFA with CA and CFA with MBA also. Your call. But options open hai, and because of the passing percentage, I'm like very pro CFA. Okay, I hope everyone understood everything about CFA. So my third promise, get complete details about the CFA program is something which I've done. Okay, so again, before I move ahead, guys, I need a rating out of 10. How is it possible? Like, how is the webinar going? Can you give me a rating out of 10? कैसा रहा क्या रहा 100, 1000, 10, 10. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Lovely, lovely. I see a lot of love from this side here. A lot of efforts go in this specific thing, and when you see people liking it and giving so much good words about it, it feels worth it. Okay, because you've been a great audience and you've given me a great rating and you're enjoying it, I'm going to give you one surprise also in some time. I'll give you a surprise in some time. Now, let's go to the last part, which is get a tried and tested method to clear a CFA exam. As I told you, guys, we are a CFA institute prep provider. This happens when they've seen the kind of results we've got over these many years. And what I'm going to give you all right now is the method that I use with my students, which has helped them clear. And this is not a method which is there since years. We've obviously improvised a lot. We've seen the kind of mistakes our students made previously. And the stuff which we have in the last 1.5, 2 years is working very well. We have an amazing passing percentage. And that is something which I'm going to give you all right now. Listen to me very, very carefully. It's like a process, which उसमें क्या-क्या steps important है, क्या-क्या चीज पे ध्यान रखना है, I'm going to tell you all. And I call this part of the webinar is time to leap up in your CFA exam preparation. Leap up. I hope you get it. Time to leap up in your CFA exam preparation. How do you do that? So as I told you, the stage, 3 phases. Phase one or stage one is study. So when you prepare for an exam, obviously you need to study. आप बोलोगे सर क्या बोल रहे हो? हमको पता है study. I told you it's not about studying. It's about how you study, right? It's not about how much you prepare. It's about how you prepare. So what important things to take care of in the study part is what I'm going to tell you right now. A, have proper notes and textbook. Please remember एक textbook रखना. Don't study from multiple books. 95% same होता है. You have limited time. When you study from multiple books, आप एक की एक चीज repeat कर रहे हो. There's hardly any new thing going on in your head. And different formats, different language, you'll get confused. One textbook, stick to it. With our students, we give our own notes, our own textbook. Plus, we ask them to study from the Kaplan-Schweizer textbook. ठीक है, the Kaplan-Schweizer, I'll rename it. Second, focus on studying via the computer as final exam happens on it. Guys, book se mat padna. Book pe practice mat karna. Very important to study on the computer. Very important to get very used to the computer. Because exam will happen on it. Your brain has to work reading on the computer, and that can only happen with practice. So try to study on the computer, not on pen and paper. And third, don't rote learn. I'll repeat, don't rote learn. It's very conceptual, the CFA exam. Unlike an Indian exam where you can remember things and like just बोलते ना कि उल्टी कर लिया वॉमिटेड इन द पेपर ऐसा नहीं होता इधर conceptual. They will not be focusing on you knowing things. They'll be focusing on you understanding things. फर्क समझ लो. So very important to understand all the concepts well. Okay. Part one. So study में ये चीज का ध्यान रखना है. But study amongst, according to me, is like the least important amongst the 3 parts. सब लोग पढ़ते हैं, पर सब लोग क्लियर नहीं करते हैं. Why? Second part, which is very, very important. Practice. Because it's an MCQ based exam. A 5 hour long exam, all 10 subjects together on the computer, practice becomes very, very important. I tell all my students never focus on revising multiple times, focus on practicing as many questions as possible. The curriculum is limited. When you practice thousands of questions, automatically the whole curriculum will be covered multiple times. Correct? That is what happens. Practice. जितना हो सके practice करो. Practice as much as possible. Very important. You practice thousands of questions in CBT format. Pen paper में मत करना. I have seen so many people, buying books and solving on that. I've also seen classes giving that, and that's so weird. Exam happens on the computer. It's very important to practice on the computer. So practice thousands of questions in CBT format. Next, practice multiple subject tests as it is required in the exam. Single नहीं. If you remember, I told you it's not like today accounts, tomorrow equity. ऐसा नहीं है. All subjects come together. So if you've not practiced multiple subjects together, your brain won't work only. It's like, one question of ethics, then two questions of CI, one question of quants. Your brain has to keep on jumping from one subject to other. And last, appear for 8 to 10 mocks. Very, very important. Because 5 hour long exam, most people over years I have seen not clearing the exam because they didn't have the stamina to sit for 5 hours. They knew everything, super brilliant. But what happened? Sir, my back was paining. Sir, my brain didn't function only. I became blank, sir. I got tired. Most of us don't have the stamina to sit for 5 hours. If I tell you it's a 5 hour long webinar, you'll be like, sir, पागल हो गए हो? किसके पास इतना concentration power है? नहीं है. So only when you practice, you will get that, I can say, power, or you get that कि आप थकोगे नहीं. It's like when you practice cricket for 10 days, automatically your stamina will go up. Same way when you practice mocks, it happens. You're practicing mocks on the computer, multiple subjects for 5 hours. Correct? This is very, very important. And इसमें मैंने बोला आपको मैं एक सरप्राइज देने वाला हूँ. Now listen to me very, very carefully. This surprise is what I call as magic. I give it in very less webinars. This is something which I normally give to my students only. Only if the webinar audience has been very good and has replied very well, that's when I give this magic. ये magic क्या है? Listen to me very, very carefully. 3 months before the exam, I'll repeat, 3 months before the exam, you need to do a vitamin B12 and D3 test. कौन सा vitamin B12 and D3 test? 90% of Indians have deficiency in this. If it's deficient, go to your doctor. Ask them, should you take a tablet or injection or whatever it is, and get those specific things done. Get these to level. What will happen when these specific vitamins are in level? Your concentration power goes up, your stamina goes up, your grasping goes up. Suddenly, you are able to study for longer hours and faster. Your efficiency also increased. And suddenly, what happens in your life is what I call as magic. You'll be able to study longer hours, easily पढ़ पाओगे, सब याद रहेगा. This happens with all my students, with CA students, CFA students, any professional exam students. I give this magic to them. We give them a lot of hacks to clear the exam. Is one of the hack. Okay, so please remember, do this. It will change your life. Okay, and if you like this, comment with the magic in the chat box so that you know. Okay, I know that this is something which you have, you appreciate that this me giving you all this magic. It's B12 and D3. Okay, and the last part in the process, which no one will tell you about. इसमें में कोई बात नहीं करने वाला है. Study important, practice very important. Third part is something which differentiates the ones who clear from the ones who don't clear. And no one's going to talk about this. The third P, it is panic. क्या है तीसरा? PANIC, panic. You'll be like, sir, ये क्या है? Like, why have you put panic in my whole thing? Guys, understand, I giving the exam, you giving the exam, anyone giving the exam. You can be a 19-year-old boy, a 30-year-old working lady, anyone and everyone will panic before the exam. And it's very important to accept the fact that you will panic. Because when you accept it पहले से, आपको पता है क्या panic होने वाले हो तो आप कम panic होगे. Right? This is how world works. When suddenly something happens and you're not ready for it, you panic a lot. But if you knew कि ऐसा हो सकता है, like you gave the exam went bad, and you get bad marks, you will panic a bit less. But if the exam went well, you weren't expecting it, and the marks are less, you start panicking. ये क्या हो गया? इतना कम क्यों आ गया? Etc. Etc. Right? It happens with all of us. Panic is a part of the process. Accept it and work towards it. क्या करना है to ensure you don't panic a lot? First thing you need to do is expectation setting. Please understand, it's a CFA exam, it's a professional exam, it's not a college exam. You will not score 80, 90, 95% out here. Please, getting a 70, 75% is a good score. So I've seen a lot of students panicking, sir, I only got 70 out of 90, I only got 65 out of 90 when they give the mock exams. Guys, अच्छा score है वो. Stop panicking. First of all, have the right expectation setting. You will not know everything. It's a professional exam. Second, have a pre-made schedule. that helps you to plan everything without stress. आपका schedule पहले से, you need to know कि कौन से दिन पे आप क्या पढ़ने वाले हो, कब कौन सी एग्जाम देनी है, which multiple subject to given when which mock to be given when. If that happens, it automatically de-stresses you out. You know what to be done. You are well prepared. You are organized. Just to give you an idea, with us, when we teach our students, we actually give them a complete schedule. I've shared this with you. It's an old batch cut timetable where on which day, which lecture is going to happen. आपको दिख रहा है ये? When which test is going to happen? When is the multiple subject test? When is the mock exam? When is the final exam? The complete schedule is a Feb attempt के लिए एक timetable है ये. We give this. This has helps the students to know when to prepare for which exam, when to prepare for which test, कब कौन सा subject होने वाला है, कौन से दिन में कौन सा lecture होने वाला है. You can prepare their whole timetable well. Small things which help you in not panicking. And last thing, very, very important, have a good mentor who can help you with simple hacks so that you don't repeat the mistakes other made. Magic जो मैंने आपको बताया was one hack. वैसे I have seen thousands of students give their exam, clear, not clear, etc., etc. I have seen the kind of mistakes they have made, right? So only when I am there, a mentor is there, anyone like me is there, they can help you not make the same mistakes which people made previously. Give you small hacks, motivate you, tell you which subject to focus on, which subject not to focus on, क्या करना है, ये सारी चीजें कोई आपको बता सकता है, which helps you calm down. You're just worried, you're stressed. At that time, if you can talk to someone, you can calm down. So important to have a good mentor who can help you ride through the panic. See, we cannot eliminate panic. It's about riding through it and not letting it affect our exam. And ये पहले से आपको पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है? I hope this is clear. I hope you've understood this, the whole process of how do you prepare in the most efficient way for the exam and clear the exam. Okay? So all four promises are done. The fourth promise, get a tried and tested method to clear a CFA exam is also done. Cool. So I hope this is clear. I hope you've understood. And now I have one question for all. I hope this is something which people have understood. The last question which I have, the last thing which I want to cover is, do you want to know about a product that I have designed at LeapUp that has had thousands of students clear their CFA exam and get the dream finance? आपको जानना है ये product के बारे में? Before, yes, obviously, 100% for sure. Summary I'll give you, don't worry. In the end, summary भी मिलेगा आपको. So this product जो है, which a lot of people are for 100% sir, obviously. Cool. So this product is something which I call as Fin Elite. It's the future of CFA training. That's called Fin Elite. It's like the most elite finance training product you will see. Okay, and I just told you, okay, whenever I design something, can be a webinar, can be a product, I always think about what would you want in the product. So what would you as a student would want in the ideal training partner? मैंने सोचा, if I was in a place and if I wanted a training partner, a mentor, मुझे क्या चाहिए था? The first answer which came to my head was assurance. Assurance that good quality will be provided, assurance that good lectures will be there, good trainers, assurance I'll pass the exam, assurance I'll have good lot of mock, lot of practice questions, etc. ये assurance चाहिए सबसे पहले. So the first thing which I want to introduce to you all, which hardly anyone else gives in the industry, is the LeapUp's 100% money back assurance. What is this? You attend at least 75% of our lectures and solve all the questions we have. Uske baad, if you're unable to clear the exam, I will give you your money back. That's the amount of confidence I have on my product. I have on my professors. I have on my processes. I have on everything that I've created. And this happens only after years of experience and making the product a superior product compared to anyone else in the market. That's the level of confidence I have that I can tell you. Obviously, ताली दोनों हाथ से बचती है. It's not random assurance I'm giving you. You put in your efforts. You attend at least 75% of lectures and you solve all the questions you've given. उसके बाद, if you're unable to clear the exam, I will give your money back to you. And as a CFA Institute prep provider, someone who's approved by the CFA Institute, I cannot disclose my passing percentage. वो मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ. But I hope you can understand, if I am able to give you 100% money back assurance, how good our passing percentage will be. That is when I can be so sure about this. That this is something which I'm giving you. The first thing, that is, you get 100% money back assurance if you study with us. Okay, and what is the product? How can I give you this assurance? ऐसा क्या हम करते हैं? First thing we give is like the best in class exam preparation. कि आप exam के लिए prepare कर रहे हो, उसके लिए जो भी आपको चाहिए हम आपको देते हैं. Which will include multiple training options. You can go for live online, recorded online, live offline, depending on whatever you prefer. So live online, anywhere in the world you can do. Recorded online, at least for people who don't have time and who want to just watch the recordings. But उसमें भी we give you live doubt solving every Sunday. आप recordings पढ़ो and sit with the faculty and solve doubts every Sunday. and offline in Ahmedabad and Mumbai, Ahmedabad in Navarampura, and Mumbai in Vileparle. The first thing which we give you. Second thing which we offer is lecture recordings with no view limit and immediate availability. ये क्या होता है? You can be in any of these programs, online, live, recorded, offline, जहाँ पे भी हो. We give you the recordings of each subjects also. So that if you miss some lecture, I know no one's going to attend everything. मुझे पता है. So instead of forcing you and you will not be able to do it, I will be very practical and tell you, if you miss something, you have the recordings, watch it before you come for the next lecture. So that if you have not understood something, if you have some doubt, you can ask in the next lecture and ensure your concepts are very clear. And there's no limit of watching. You can watch it 2 times, 3 times also. बाद में आपको revise करना है, completely fine. Okay, this is how the portal looks like. हम लोग का जो LMS है, you can get all the recordings of each specific date out here. You can view the recording. Very, very important. Next, solve 2000 plus practice questions in CBT format. So we have questions that our faculty has created in-house, which you practice subject-wise. वो हम आपको देते हैं. Fourth, appear for mixed subject tests and 8 mocks before the exam. When you saw the timetable, आपने देखा ना, mixed subject tests है, and mock exams है. So you are preparing very well for the exam. That's the idea. Next, a complete 10 subject formula sheet given to all the students. So when you are with us, you get a complete 10 subject formula sheet, like a 70 page. I'll show you how it looks like also. आपको idea आएगा. So it looks like this. It's like a 70 page or any and every question that you or formula which is covered in the complete curriculum is there out here. तो आपको ये पूरा मिल जाता है. It helps you in revising. And so this is about the best in class exam preparation. Last thing is, guys, we are a CFA institute prep provider. Some benefits come with that. Any changes in the curriculum, we are told first from the institute, we get the curriculum changes pehle, which we can give it to you. Any mistakes in their side, which they are correcting, isko errata bolte hain, humko pehle mil jata hai. You know, specific CFA society events which are there, we can get our students, specific scholarships for our students. Ye sari cheez hoti hai if you are studying with us. So this is about the exam preparation that we give. But then the question comes, is it enough for me to offer you 100% money back assurance? क्या ये enough है? Answer is no. ये enough नहीं है. ये तो ऐसी चीज है जो आपको मैं अच्छी तरह से prepare कर रहा हूँ. You know all the things. But as I told you, it's not about how you study, how much you study. It's about how you prepare for the exam, right? The next thing which I'm going to tell you is something which is our USP, which no one else gives, and which gives me the confidence to give you this money back assurance. ये क्या है? It's the unparalleled personal support. Something which you are very well known for. As I told you, everyone panics, everyone needs mentorship, everyone needs hand-holding, doubt solving. ये सारी चीज हम देते हैं. First thing we give you is instant doubt solving. You have doubts, you have queries. There are multiple mentors who are attached with you, whom you can speak to, clear the doubts. You are added on multiple groups. You can check out there. You can call our mentors. सारी चीज available है. So there's if you have doubts, if you have questions, queries, solve हो जाते हैं. Just to give you ideas, these are specific WhatsApp groups of specific attempts. A doubt is asked on 8:26, 8:27 a.m. The faculty, Parth sir, replies on 8:27, 8:28 a.m. Again, out here, doubt is asked at 10:30, 10:26 p.m. The faculty has replied by 10:32 p.m. That's the idea. That's the what the focus is on. That when you are with us, you have doubts, you have queries, you have questions. We have someone always helping you out. That's the first thing. Second thing in the parallel support, unparalleled personal support is pre-made schedule. You already have your schedule with you, right? I showed you how the schedule looks like. आपको पता है. Now, when you get the schedule, you will be like, sir, but इधर है ना मेरी कोई specific college exam. I cannot study at that specific time. I will ensure you can attend the same lecture in some other batch. That's how we made it. We can personalize it for you. Obviously, it depends on the number of days left for the exam. आप कभी बोल रहे हो दूसरा subject हो रहा है कि नहीं. But we can personalize it as per your requirement. We give you a schedule ready पहले से. Third thing is scholarship essay and exam registration guidance. When you are with us, we help you draft the scholarship essays. You will draft it, send it to me as per your personal story. क्या डालना है, क्या नहीं डालना है. And you need a credit card to pay the exam fee because that's how you can pay it fee. A lot of people won't have it. ये सब हम आपको देते हैं. सब चीज में हम आपको help करते हैं. And last is exam mentorship and motivation. I would say last but not the least, very, very important, guys. As a people panic, exam nazdik aata hai, फट जाती है सब लोग की. At that time, talking to a mentor, getting the right strategy, knowing what to do, what not to do, ये सारी चीज से बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. So just to give you an idea, this is one of our students who cleared the exam. She's like a big thank you to Deepak, especially Parth sir, Yash sir, Didi ma'am, Harshit sir, your guidance and patience constantly pushed helped me through this and gave me clarity. Then a personal note to Shreyash Kashliwal sir, in the final months when I was seriously considering deferring the exam, your constant support, follow-ups and belief in me made a huge difference. Can't thank you enough for walking me through it all. This is one of our students. confusion that she has an internship, when should you study, kaise karegi, etc., etc. The faculties answered that, and next day even asking what the progress is. That's how we mentor you. That's how we ensure that you are on the right path, studying the right subjects, ensuring on your strengths, conquering your weaknesses. ये सारी चीज होती है during the whole process and before the exam. So this was about the unparalleled personal support. So I don't know, this helps you conquer the exam. But don't forget, this is just step one. You are attending the webinar. You are here because it's not just about CFA exam. You want to build a successful finance career also, right? So we help you clear the exam in the best way possible, and we also help you get your dream finance job. How do we do that? We help you with upskilling and placements. So we upskill you in the skills required. We've seen what is required. We are in touch with so many companies: financial modeling, valuation, research report writing, Python, investment banking. All these skills we upskill you in, and we help you with your resume writing, mock interviews, and final placements. So we do this also for our students. It's not me who teaches this thing. It's people from the industry who come and teach it. It's Nitesh, Harshal, Amok. If you see, Harshal is the ex-director of valuation at Deloitte. He comes and teaches. Nitesh, the founder of Credence, is the person who's valued Chennai Super Kings and Twitter in India. He's the one who teaches modeling, valuation, research report writing. Amok, who creates indexes right now at S&P Global, previously at Morningstar, works on Python day in day out. He'll come and teach you. So people from the industry come and teach you these specific skills, and it's live online with the instructors, these specific sessions. Python is in hybrid mode because Python is a coding language. Live kind of difficult time. So you have recordings, you watch it, and then you have live doubt solving sessions out there also. Recordings are also available for further, I can say, reference. Taught on real company data. Random example nahi hai. You'll be taught on data like stuff like Reliance, Infosys, PharmEasy, etc. And there are lots of assignments and assessments to actually develop expertise. That's how we create this whole process or create this whole product. So, and as I told you, companies where most of your dream to work in are companies where we have already students working in: Citibank, Trust Vista, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Morningstar, Deutsche Bank, name it, and we have students. ये तो सिर्फ थोड़ा list है. Cool. So this is about FinElite. So can you tell me now, do you agree that this is the most elite finance CFA training product? Yes or no? Yes, yes, 100% for sure. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing product. It's actually elite. Lovely. So fees kitni hai? Yes, yes, there is the fees, guys. I'm always a believer of giving the best quality and charging for it. Fees to hogi. But before I tell you the fees, let me show you what the value I'm providing. Value of fees में फर्क क्या है? Value is what you get. Fees is what you pay. So the amount of value you receive from the FinElite product will be where the exam prep part, where you are having the live online trainings, lecture recordings, practice questions, etc., is worth 70,000 rupees. उसकी इतनी वैल्यू सिर्फ इसकी मिलती है. Next is the personal support. I have like a team of mentors, a team of faculties, team of people here to help you, mentor you, clear the exam. That cost like is obviously an expensive which I am having because we are hiring these people. That's 35,000 rupees. And the upskilling and placements where you are learning from people from the industry live. You'll see how expensive it is anywhere in the market. That itself is like worth 75,000 rupees. The value you receive from total FinElite is 1,80,000 worth का value. इतना हम आपको value provide करते हैं when we are giving you this product. But as I said, don't worry, this is not the fees, this is the value. Fees अलग है. Before I come to the fees, I'll repeat. Before I come to the fees, I want to let you know when is the batch starting, and then I'll let you know the fees. So the next batch, I'll repeat, the next batch starts this Friday. Friday को हम batch start कर रहे हैं. This is for the May 26 and August 26 attempt. This is for the people who want live with us. If you want recorded, you are someone who's having the time and wants to give Feb, you can go for Feb also for recorded. For any live, online, offline, it's May 26 and August 26 attempt. इसमें we have multiple batches. It's either an all-week batch or a weekend batch. Okay, all week batch or a weekend batch. All week batch is preferred ideally for students where you have some lectures over the weekdays and some over the weekends. And weekend batch only for working professionals, ideally जो सिर्फ weekends पे होता है. Where you have 7 hours, 7.5 hours over the weekends only. And in all week, it's like some hours on the weekdays and five hours on the weekends. So it becomes a bit more, I can say, not just at one place, it's थोड़ा diverse, थोड़ा हर दिन पे होता है. And all our lectures are 2.5 hours only, so you don't have to sit for longer hours. 2.5 घंटे के lecture होते हैं. I know how much you will concentrate. DK, I'll repeat. This is for the May 26 and August 26 item for live lectures. For recorded, you can go for Feb 26 also, completely fine. Depends on the amount of time you have in your hand. Cool. We finished the curriculum approximately 1.5 months before your exam. Itna time pehle hum khatam karenge, 1.5 months before your exam. And your timetable, depending on which batch you're selecting, May or August, उस हिसाब से आपका timetable बनेगा. August students will have like more spacing between the subjects, more holidays. weekly lesser lectures, and May 26 will have more lectures. That's how it's done. Okay, and August 26 is ideally for people just 12th clear kiya, and for everyone else it's May 26. Now the fees. Now listen to me very, very carefully. The fees I'm going to show you, I'll repeat, is inclusive of GST. So इसके ऊपर हम extra charge नहीं करते हैं. This is inclusive of GST. 18% goes to Modi ji. Fees can be paid via 12-month no-cost EMI. If you have a credit card, I make it very, very, very easy for you. You can pay via credit card and you can get a 12-month no-cost EMI where the total fees is divided on 12 months and the interest is something which I will bear. You don't even need to bear the interest on that. And there's a special discount for webinar attendees. So what you see in front of you right now is not the final fees. इसके बाद आपको मैं एक discount भी देने वाला हूँ. As I told you, I appreciate everyone who's taken all the time to attend this webinar live. I appreciate and I respect the fact that you've made your career your primary goal and you're not just stealing what everyone else is doing. So इसके लिए आपके लिए only the people attending the webinar will also get a special discount. ठीक है? But that I'll show you after some time. अभी जो आपको दिखा रहा है नॉर्मल फीस जो हम नॉर्मली सबसे चार्ज करते हैं. Listen to me carefully because we have multiple products. I'm going to show you all the things. First thing is for the exam prep. That is for studying with us, getting the personal support, etc., etc. उसके लिए, if you want a recorded online product where you are watching the recordings when you are free and attending live doubt solving every Sunday. वो recorded and the live doubt solving is optional. आपको doubt है तो करो वरना मत करो. But बाकी you have the recordings. That's 30,000 rupees. Live online 47,000 rupees. Live offline, Mumbai and Ahmedabad, 52,000 rupees. That is the fees which we have for the exam prep part, which includes your best in class exam preparation plus the personal support. Now, if you also want to upskill and get placements with us, that's an optional add-on because a lot of people who already have a job wouldn't want to do that. ये normally students के लिए होता है. It's 30,000 extra. And ये specific जो है, which is job prep part, it can be deferred also. If you are someone who's in the first year or second year and wants to do this a bit later, then you can join it and you can tell me that, sir, I want to do this in 2027. Completely fine. We'll defer it for you. Depending on where you want it, we'll give it to you. ठीक है? So total fees, that is final fees with the add-on. If you take the recorded online plus job prep is 60, live online plus job prep 77, live offline plus job prep 82. ये आपकी fees है. Inclusive of GST can be paid in 12 EMI also, 12 no cost EMI. But as I said, all of y'all are going to receive a special discount. So every webinar attendee, आप जो attend कर रहे हो, आपके लिए discount है. If you go for only the exam prep, you save 5,000 rupees in your total fees. And if you go for Finelite, which is the exam prep plus the add-on, you save 10,000 rupees. So आपके लिए final fee, I repeat, you save 5 and 10,000 rupees. आपके लिए final fee inclusive of GST, which you can pay in a 12-month no cost EMI also, is just this. You go for recorded online, it's just 25,000. Live online, 42,000. Live offline, 47,000. And if you go for the Finelite part, that is this plus the job prep, 50,000. This, the live online plus job prep, 67, and live offline plus job prep, 72. I've made it as affordable as possible for everyone, trying to give you the best value for as low as cost as possible. And as I told you, the idea is this is inclusive of GST, and you can also pay in a 12-month no cost EMI. ठीक है. Now comes the next part is how do you enroll with us? ये आपने फीस तो बता दी. If you want to enroll with us, what is the procedure? What is the process? So I know after this you will have some doubts or some queries about classes. तो हम क्या करते हैं? We ask you to schedule a Calendly call with us. So to enroll for the classes and for more details, you schedule a Calendly call with us and talk to our counselors. The counselor will talk to you, will explain you whatever you need, will give you the admission form, give you our bank details, and that's where you can enroll with us. As I told you, the batch starts this Friday. That's when the batch starts. A link would have come on your chat box already, which is the booking your Calendly call. I will repeat, booking your Calendly call ka link. So very simple, you click on that link, and once you click on the link, what will show up is something like this. You'll get like a page where you have to select. हमने ऐसे थोड़े record screenshots डाले पहले के to show you how it will look like. Like this is the last year का screenshot which we have, where you put in the date. कि कौन से दिन पे. So you can like decide the date and time when you want our counselor to call you. Like we respect your time. We just randomly don't call you. So if you're interested in enrolling with us, what you can do is you can speak to a counselor, schedule the date and time whenever you are free. So let's assume you're free tomorrow or day after. You can select that and select a time. So you can go for 10 a.m., 10 a.m. So we have multiple slots and multiple counselors that are there. So you can select whichever time you're free at. So, and once that is done, you can put in your date details, your name, email ID, phone number, and which batch you want. Do you want like an online batch, an online offline batch, recorded, live, kya chahiye? You select that. Obviously, if you're not sure about that, just select any random thing. You can change that when you speak to the counselor. Okay? So put in a name, details, etc. And once that is done, you will get a confirmation that a call is scheduled, and we will ensure our counselor calls you in that specific slot. Uh, Assuming you become busy at that time. Obviously, when I respect your time, I expect you to also respect my time, right? Assuming you become busy at that time, you also get an option to reschedule your call. Half an hour पहले आपको एक message or mail आएगा. If you're busy, you can reschedule your call. Our counselor will call you at some specific other time. But as I said, batch starts this Friday, and we have limited slots. So if you're interested and you want to speak to a counselor, book a call as soon as possible. And there might be a chance that the slot that you want, the slot that you prefer, might go away if you don't book it fast. ठीक है? So I'll wait for like 5 minutes. If you're interested, book the call as soon as possible. ठीक है? You can do that by the time I'll just have water. So one more thing I'll show you all. So if you go on our website, which is finelli.leapupper.in, and you go for the testimonials, if you see all the testimonials we have, also have their LinkedIn's attached with it. You can like literally go to these LinkedIn's and speak to the students. Like, that's the kind of confidence we have on the quality we've provided, that, you would never see anyone give you access to their ex-students. We actually give that. You want to speak to our ex-students, you want to talk to them, you can do that also. ये कोई नहीं देने वाला है. That is something which we give you. And as I told you, this is only possible when I am very confident about the kind of quality we've provided. And I'm sure by attending the webinar till now, you've understood that we will be giving you the best quality. Webinar में भी मैंने वो try किया, try to make this one of the best webinars you've attended. ठीक है, guys, Q&A at the end, जो भी questions या doubts है आपको मैं end में बता दूंगा. ठीक है, and just basic idea, guys, that I'll repeat. Just a bit tired. Okay. Just a basic idea that what you see the fees are for level 1 specifically. Okay. Level 2, level 3 की fees अलग रहती है. Approximately 45,000 is the fees for level 2 and level 3 also. उसमें there's no job prep because whatever is required for a job, we've already taught you around with level 1. ठीक है. So as I told you, total fees live online comes to 1.5 lakh rupees. That's the normal fees, which I told you when we spoke about the fees also. Go for recorded is a bit cheaper. Live offline will be a bit more expensive. So the slot I want is gone. What should I do? As I told you, guys, we have limited slots. So if you are interested in booking a slot, guys, book as soon as possible. There's a chance your slot might go away, and I cannot help it. I cannot do anything about it. Okay? And as I told you, you can pay the fees in 12 equal EMIs also, trying to make it as affordable and as comfortable as possible for you all. Cool. Okay, I'll go to the next slide. One second. This. Uh, just to give you a brief again, guys, we have an exam prep part which includes preparing for the exam, which includes the lectures, the notes, the recordings, the questions, the mocks, the timetable, etc. The personal support, all those things. वो exam prep हो गया. And the job prep part, that's the add-on part. Like if you want us to help you get placed, that's when you do it. Else you can like skip it also. ठीक है? Just a second. I think I need to some issue with my screen share. Cool, I've done that. ठीक है. Cool. So it's giving you a summary of the whole product. So we have flexible options. You can go for recorded, live, online, offline, whatever you're comfortable with. In the recorded product, as I told you, we will also be having some live doubt solving sessions every Sunday so that any doubts or questions you have is solved by the main faculty. Get recordings for future reference in all the products, ample practice questions, comprehensive mock exams, the formula sheet, personal doubt solving, pre-made timetable, registration guidance, exam mentorship, practical training in the job prep part, done by expert faculty from the industry. You get trained for the interview, displacement support, and there's 100% money back assurance. You study with us, attend at least 75% of the lectures, solve all the questions we have, and are still unable to clear, we will refund the fees. We'll give you the money back. That's the kind of confidence I have on my faculty, on my product, on my professors, on my processes, as I told you. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope you've understood this part. A lot of people also want to know the fees again. So just explain the fees again to you all. For all webinar attendees after discount, you go for recorded online is 25,000, live online 42,000, live offline 47,000. The job prep part add-on is 25. So Fin Elite for the recorded part is 50,000, live online is 67, and live offline is 72. ये आपकी fees है, total fees, including the GST. I'll repeat, including the GST, this is the fees, and you can pay the fees in a 12-month no cost EMI also. Okay? Sir, can I book a call if I'm still not sure? Yes, you can book a call. You have doubts or questions or queries, you can talk to the counselor, they'll help you with it. Don't worry. And this is the total fees. This is the total fees. There's no way to claim a discount if you book a call using the Calendly link given on the chat box. We know you've attended the webinar, and in that case, you will get this specific discount automatically. Okay? Also, all the job prep part that we have, you will also get a specific certificate for that. So वो भी आपको मिल जाएगा. Someone in the chat box is saying that they don't want the link again. Team, can you send the link once again? ठीक है, वो लिंक आप अगर भेज दो तो they'll get it. And if you want some demo lectures also, you can speak to the counselor. They'll help you with the demo lectures also. Completely fine. So total cost में ये सब आ जाएगा. इसके ऊपर there's no other cost. Don't worry. ठीक है? Cool. So I hope this is clear. I hope everyone understood this. When do we start the batch? As I told you, we start the batch this Friday. That's when we start the batch. Okay? And as I said, you will get the certificates also for all the job prep courses. But more than the certificate, what matters is we help you with placements SAP. So completely fine. Completely sorted. Okay? Okay, classroom in Ahmedabad is in Navrangpura, near Commerce 6 Roads, and classroom in Bombay is in Ville Parle. Okay? Total cost for all three levels, as I told you, approximately 1.5 lakhs will be the total cost if you go for like live online. That's the total cost. And recorded will be a bit lesser, and offline will be a bit more. Okay? I hope this is clear. I hope you've understood this. And we provide recordings for everything. Up live online ho, recorded online ho, live offline ho, you will get recordings for everything. Cool. I hope this is clear. I hope you've understood all of this. I hope I have been able to deliver on the promises that I have made. Um, Sir, can you send the link again? Yes, yes. Team, can we send the link again once? Guys, people asking the link again. Not working on this. Can you send on WhatsApp? Okay, we'll send on WhatsApp also. We'll do that. We'll send the call booking link on WhatsApp too. So we'll do that. Okay. So sometimes a lot of people have this question that, sir, when can we start working with CFA? What kind of money we earn with CFA? So understand that when you do CFA, it's not the only thing you're doing. You need to do multiple things along with CFA. Very, very important. You can start working from a young age. You can be in college and start working, start internships. Just after level 1, you can start working. Very much possible. If you're a working professional, does it help you improve your career? Yes. Can you shift from an accounting job to a finance job? Yes. All these things are very much possible. Has been done for a lot of students, so I know that. Can you have a global career? 100%. You can work anywhere across the world if you're doing CFA. Completely possible. Okay? So all these questions normally come up. Before I start the final Q&A session, जो normal questions आते हैं मैं आपको सब answer दे रहा हूँ. ठीक है? And to start में people who missed, I'll just tell you one more thing. I'll just repeat that part about your career selection in finance. Step 1 is how you design your career. You always design it backwards. Step 2, knowing what you want to do after 5-6 years, what kind of work you want to do, right? इसके लिए ikigai वाला part, what pays well, what you love to do, and what you'll be good at, right? Now, as I told you, finance for sure pays well. I think by now we know average salaries after level 1, 9.8, level 2, 13.5, level 3, 17.5. We know that, right? It pays pretty well. So now, how do you know what kind of work you love? So 5 different specific job profiles or work types in finance. Remember what all? Analyst, marketing, operations, compliance, technology. See what kind of work will you love in this? What kind of these things suit your interest? And then the next part is becoming the best at it, becoming very good at it. उसके लिए क्या चाहिए? Education, exposure. For education, we have degree college, we have professional courses, and we have skill sets. And exposure के लिए internships and co-curricular activities. Degree college आपने ले लिया है. The next two part, the professional course, that is CFA, and skill sets is what we are covering out here. Exam prep is the professional course and upskilling to the skill sets. Whatever is required for you to become successful in the field of finance, doing a professional course, clearing it in the best way, all those things are done by us. Okay, and just again summarizing, how do you clear the exam in the best way? As I told you, the secret is always about not how much you study. It's always about how you study, how you prepare. Correct? And I've already covered that how you prepare is very important. Practicing a lot, having a right mentor, all those things, getting the right hacks, studying from one subject, one textbook, studying on the computer, building the stamina to give a 5-hour long exam. So all these things we've covered till now, explain you in detail. Cool. Also show you who our faculties will be. Before that, again, just if you are interested in enrolling with us, want more details about the classes, May attempt, August attempt for live lectures. and Feb 26 attempt for even recorded is fine. Your call. You know how many time, how many hours you have every day. You're doing nothing else. Can put in 6, 7, 8 hours every day. Go for Feb also completely fine. So in that case, you can schedule a calendar call. Link is there on the chat box, and talk to our counselors. That's the idea. Anyone who's in 12th or in 11th or in 10th, आप मत कर देना. ठीक है? आपके लिए नहीं है. Cool. I hope this is clear. I hope you understood. Anyway, so faculties, as I told you, every faculty we have a team of faculties. इसके अलावा mentors अलग है. Shreyash, myself, Prithvi, Vidhi, Monil, Rahil, Kevin, Shreyas. All of us are either CAs, MBAs, CFAs, or a mixture of that. We have a very experienced team of faculty, people who've been teaching with us for over 3, 4, 5 years. That's the idea. I myself have been teaching since over a decade. We have Rahil teaching, Monil teaching for a long time. So experienced faculty, people from the industry also come and teach. That's the kind of faculty team that we have. Cool. So now, before I start the Q&A session, I have one request to all of y'all. Listen to me very, very carefully. When I ask questions, or when you ask questions, at that time, a lot of students have the similar type of questions. So let's assume someone has asked me that, sir, is it important to do maths in CFA? And someone asked me, sir, is it important that I have a background in maths, etc., etc. When I have similar questions, I will not be repeating the answers for everything. So keep your ears open, listen to me carefully when I'm telling the specific answers. So similar questions can answers I will not be repeating. Okay. I will also ask my team to again put in the link because someone is again asking on the chat box that, sir, I need the link. Okay, we'll put the link again. If your slot is not available, your preferred slot can help it. उसका आगे पीछे book कर लो or book some other slot and reschedule it if required. Because we have limited slots. As I told you, always first come first serve. जिसने वो slot book कर लिया उनको मिलेगा. ठीक है? Hope I'm clear with this. Hope you've understood this. Offline, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, online, any from the world, you can do it. We have a weekend batch and a all week batch, depending on whatever you choose, whatever your preference is, depending on your time availability and all those things. Cool. So now I'll open the session for Q&A. You have any doubts or any questions, you can ask me. I'll be answering them. Okay, but please don't repeat the questions. Please don't spam. A lot of questions come in. Will take time to answer all of that, but I'll answer all of it. Don't worry. ठीक है, guys, CPA, ACCA, completely accounting stuff doesn't make sense in finance at all. CPA is like certified public accountant. ACCA is again into accounting, costing, taxation, audit. Finance करना है, don't do those courses. ठीक है. Exam centers across the country, approximately 24 centers. Find the one nearest to your house and go for that. Yes, EMI is also available in exam fees. There is a specific, I can say, institution which helps you to do it. So CFA Institute has a tie-up. Only in India, ये EMI वाला है, so you can go for that too. Completely fine. ठीक है? Kind of work you can do post CFA, multiple types of roles, multiple types of companies you can work in. Idea is most people after CFA choose either analyst, marketing, operations type roles because that is something which a lot of people aspire to do. A lot of money, a lot of growth, completely possible, completely fine. ठीक है? I hope this is clear. I hope you've understood. People in 10th, 11th, 12th, too early. You can connect with us next year when you will be eligible. Abhi, it's too early. As of now, focus on building your personality, becoming a better person, talking well, building your soft skills. उस पे आप focus करो. ठीक है? If you're a CA, not pursued any graduation, completely fine. In India, CA is considered as a graduation only. So you are someone who's already eligible for CFA. As a CA, if you have not done graduation, it's okay. Okay, when will the registrations open? Approximately 9 months before the exam, 10 months before the exam, registrations open, 9 to 10 months. Exact date you can find on the website of CFA Institute. So after that, you can register. And if you enroll with us, don't worry, we'll be helping you in all those things, when to register, when is the window for scholarship opening, when is the window for registration opening. We have special sessions for everything, all of that. Okay, I hope I'm clear with all of these things, answering. Um, Can we join the upcoming batch on Friday if we choose? Yes, yes, yes. Completely fine. You can join the batch on Friday. Talk to our counselors, they'll help you with all those things. Don't worry. ये सारी चीज जो है वो they'll help you with this. How long the course will be? Approximately 200 to 240 hours is the total time required from our side. उसके obviously उसके ऊपर further 450 hours is something which you have to put in from your side, including revision, practice, etc. ठीक है? Uh, so when you study with us, you get our notes. Plus, we also ask you to buy the Schweitzer textbook. That's like the base textbook which you have. We tell you from where to buy it, what cost. All those things will be helped. Don't worry, all those things will be sorted. ठीक है? Exam cost, as I told you, approximately all the three levels मिला के, including GST, is 3.5 lakhs, depending on the dollar conversion rate also, but 3.5 lakh के बीच में पड़ता है. Okay, thank you for the session. Okay, guys, thank you for attending. By the way, I am glad you loved it. Yeah, I've tried to make it as interesting, as interactive, as informative as possible from my side. I've tried to give you as many information as my side. Maybe here or there I might have fumbled here or there, but that's what happens when you're doing a 2.5 hour session. And I hope you are fine with that. Okay. Can we get your? Okay, you can obviously get my socials. You can follow me on LinkedIn. You can just search for Harshit Shah on LinkedIn, or follow us on YouTube or Instagram. We're there at Leap Up India on YouTube, Instagram. Also, you can follow us. We keep on posting a lot about CFA, about finance careers out there regularly. So that is something which we do. Thank you, Daniel. I'm glad you loved it, yaar. Second year graduation, we say foundation. Okay. IB, if you're looking at purely in IB, go for a CFA. Only a CFA won't be possible. Completely for sure. Okay. Attempt February 20. Kanishka, when you want to give your attempt, speak to the counselors, they'll help you with it. But I don't know why you're looking for a Feb 27 attempt right now. Like you have like more than a year and a half left. So too early. Like not exactly a year and a half, but yeah, more than a year left. So too much time. इतना late क्यों देना पता नहीं. Speak to the counselors, they'll help you to explain you which is the right or appropriate attempt for you. ठीक है? Cool. There are also computer exams outside those levels. There are no computer exams. There are no computer exams. Exams happen on the computer. Practice happens on the computer. There are no computer exams in this. Okay? Yes, EMI is available as I told you. Yes, you can do CFA with Econ with BCom, BBA, BMS, all these things you can do CFA with completely fine. If you ask me what I prefer a BCom or something because you have enough time to then focus on your co-curriculars, on your internships, etc., also. Okay? But anything is completely fine. Very sorry, slides or recordings not shared. I told you, I appreciate everyone putting the efforts of attending this live, and it's only for them. We do not share anything. And the idea is that जिन्होंने live attend किया है, who are here with me right now, should bear the fruits of all the information I'm giving. ठीक है? No maths in class 12, no accounts in class 12, completely fine. Doesn't make a difference. It's okay if you don't have any of that in your class 12th. Everything is you might have to put in a bit more, you might have to put in a bit more efforts, but how many hours extra to put in depends from person to person. Bit extra effort, but it's completely fine. And if you study with us specifically, we have something called as CFA Essentials, which happen before you actually start with your CFA actual preparation. So उसमें सब base भी हो है वो हम cover कर लेते हैं. ठीक है? Exam center near to Leap Up is obviously Ahmedabad, Mumbai में तो है ही. And depending on where you stay, so you have Mumbai, Pune, Nashik, Nagpur, Surat, Rajkot, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Jodhpur, Delhi, Chandigarh, Guwahati, Indore, Lucknow, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, so many. Like Bangalore, there's Bhubaneswar. A lot of centers are there across the country. ठीक है? Sir, I have evening college. What should I do? You can go for the recorded product in that case because otherwise your lectures will clash. You have evening college. That's all I can tell you. Our lectures are post 6:30. So if your college ends before that, you can obviously join in. Okay. So what is the requirement for 100% money back assurance? As I told you, you have to attend at least 75% of the lectures and solve all our questions. If you have done that, you will receive our money back assurance. That is, if you do that and you don't clear the exam, which is very rare, that's why I can give that to you. Obviously, I don't want to make a loss. But if that happens, in that instance, we will give the money back to you. Okay? Can you repeat the fees again? Yeah. So level one fees, if you go for the recorded product, it's 25,000. Live online 47, live offline 52. That's the fees that we have. Okay. I am 24, completely fine. You can, as I told you, we've taught a 63-year-old also. So you can be a 24-year-old, 20-year-old, completely fine. If you're interested in building a finance career and you are hardworking and you have that fire in you, completely fine. The age won't matter at all. Can I do a business after CFA? Yes, you can do a business. Ideally, the preference is that the business which you do is like a money management business. And for that, you need some kind of experience and expertise in finance. So my preference is that you first work for a couple of years, get the goodwill, get the experience, and then shift to a business where you are handling people's money. Completely fine. Can be doable. A lot of people do that. Okay? Passport thing, ठीक है. So for eligibility, you require the passport, not for registering for the exam. You can register without a passport also, but by the time your exam comes, you need a passport with you. So if you already have a passport, completely fine. If you don't have a passport, don't worry. In India, you get a passport in 1 to 2 months approximately. Krishna, this fees is total fees मैंने आपको बताया है. It's not per month. It's not a monthly fee. I don't know why do you even think of a monthly fee. It's not per month. Total fees है ये. This can be divided into per month fee if you have a credit card. So you can do a no cost EMI also if you have a credit card. So if let's assume you're going for the premium, that is the add-on finale, and that is offline 72,000, तो वो आपको सिर्फ 6,000 per month पे करना पड़ेगा. If you go for maybe just the live online, it's 42, तो आपको सिर्फ per month 3,500 पे करना पड़ेगा. You try and make it as comfortable as possible for everyone. ठीक है. uh, what is the difference between May 26 and August 26 batch? So there's no difference. The idea is that your lectures will be spaced out in such a way that May 26 will end somewhere in the end of March and August 26 will end somewhere in the end of June. So people in May 26 will have more lectures per week and August 26 will have a bit less lectures. So you'll have more time for yourselves and all. The idea August 26 is majorly for people who just played the 12th this year, so that because they cannot even before that. And they have enough time to prepare. They'll have a couple of exams. You will have your mid-sem exams, end-sem exams. You'll have vacations. So सबको डाल के we also offer the August 26th thing. ठीक है? Yes, you can be a relationship manager in finance and banks. That will be covered in the hours of work experience. Completely fine. ठीक है. English is very important. If your English is weak, you cannot do CFA. English, it's a very heavy on English course. So you will have to work on your English for sure if your English is weak. बहुत ही important है in CFA specifically. ठीक है. Uh, can I? When does the next batch start? We haven't yet decided when the next batch will start, guys. The thing is, because of a lot of personal attention that we give, a lot of personalized guidance and personal mentorship, uh, we always take limited number of students in each batch because depending on the number of mentors I have, I can take students. I can't just keep on taking students. I need to first increase the number of mentors that I have, and then I can take it. And इसमें कैसा है, people who clear level 1 already join us for level 2. So ऐसा नहीं है कि dropouts आते हैं इतने. So very few dropouts ideally come. So depending on when we have dropouts, we can start a new batch. As of I don't know. What I'd suggest is you book a call, speak to our counselors, and tell them that maybe this is when you are looking to join in, this is when you're free, and उस हिसाब से which attempt should come, and they'll connect you with that specific month or date whenever it is. But as of now, I don't know when the next batch will be. Good scope in India, 100%. I've already shown you the scope in India, amount of outsourcing coming in India, the demand in India, and the salaries. Level 1, 9.5, level 2, 13.5, level 3, 17.5, and charter holder 28.6. So a lot of money is there. A lot of scope is there. For sure. Okay. Engineering student, 100% you can do CFA, completely do. But I've already shown you someone in pharma also cleared the exam, so completely fine. I don't know, 2 hours every day, sufficient. So Ayush, what I suggest is, as of now, don't worry about which attempt you want to give. Start studying for CFA. See how much time can you give, see how much efforts can you give, and then prepare or then register for the exam. So maybe not May, you can go for August if you think you have less time. Completely fine. So, but yeah, as a CA, if you want to go to finance job, CFA कर लो, बहुत अच्छा पड़ेगा. Like it becomes a requirement. Yes, Khushi, as I told you, a CFA chartered holder can start your own practice also. Completely fine. You can have handle people's money. You can do that. I think Umar, I've answered that. Thank you so much, yaar. Thank you so much. I'm seeing a lot of good words from everyone out here. I'm so happy that people are doing that. ठीक है? Sir, I'm in a tier 2 college. What should guys can't help it. मतलब, you cannot change your college. So, जो college होता है, focus on the other things in the upskilling part. Focus on the having a good professional course, on the exposure, internships. वो सब कर लो, which can cover up for a tier 2, tier 3 college. ठीक है. Is a course fully English or mixed with Hindi? It's like majorly English with some Hindi here and there. मतलब जैसे ये webinar था, like I'm talking majorly English with थोड़ा here and there in Hindi. That's how the course is. So it'll be like a 90% English, 10% Hindi based course. ठीक है. I hope this is clear. How you've understood. Um, just looking at what questions are left. Books I've told you we'll be giving you our notes plus Kaplan Schweitzer is what I prefer. Can we take classes later for August 26? Yes, you can take classes later also for August 26, Kumar. Completely fine, I told you. We prefer right now so that you have enough time for your college exams and everything in between and create a proper schedule and study well. Because you, as I told you, will need like 700, 800 hours to prepare. काफी time चाहिए. earlier you start, the better it is. That's the idea. And a lot of people always want that, sir, can be attended multiple times. Like you've done FSA once and you want to re-attend it. So in that case, it gives us the space to allow you to attend some subjects 2 times also to ensure वो आपका perfect हो जाए. ठीक है? CFA with BCom, BAF, BFM, BMS सब BSc Eco, BA Eco सब कर सकते हो. I prefer a BCom because you have more time in your hand to do your internships and co-curriculars. That's why I prefer a BCom. Go for a good college. That's the idea. The better the college, the better it is. ठीक है, Gunika, I hope this is clear. Rohit, so can I do CFA full time? Yes, Rohit, you can do CFA with a full time job for sure. My suggestion is in that case, go for a recorded product because with a full time job, you can just watch recordings whenever you're free, रात को while traveling, and then attend the live outsourcing sessions every Sunday. ठीक है? You take exam on computer. Yes, yes. Everything which we'll be doing, all the exams, all the tests, all the mocks will be on computer as per key CBT method only. So what is your passing percentage? As I told you guys, we cannot, as someone who's a CFA institute ka approved provider, I'm not allowed to disclose a passing percentage. That's the rule which we have to follow. But as I've said, Pele also, as someone who is offering 100% money back assurance, you will obviously understand or assume how good the passing percentage will be. And as I told you, when we become a prep provider with the CFA Institute, they will check a lot of things, our results, our quality of content, notes. So after that only they will make anyone a prep provider. So if we become one, obviously we are pretty good at those things. Is this maths oriented? No, it's number oriented. So you need to know basic math, you need to know how multiplication happens, division happens, basic concept where of profit, loss, all those things. But it's not math oriented. And you have a beautiful calculator which will help you calculate everything. ठीक है? Um, can I switch to finance? Yes, you can switch to finance, Raghav, completely fine. Certain batch, however, test be taken. You have a test schedule पहले से, so you know when the tests are and you have to give the test on the computer. So that's completely fine. पहले से आपको पता होगा आपका schedule क्या है. That is something which we already give you. How can I manage CA and CFA? Would there be a lot of pressure? Yes, pressure will be there, Himanshu, but बोलते ना कि only when you put coal in pressure it becomes diamond. So you really want value in life, you have to go through that pressure, go through that क्या बोलते हैं effort वाला phase, and believe me, the amount of pressure you handle right now, the amount of efforts you put in right now, your future will be sorted. So look at it that way. Put in the efforts. Can a science student do CFA? Yes, 100% science, arts, anyone can do CFA. How to get scholarship? As I told you, you have to apply, you have to put an essay where you have to tell them why you're the right person, why do you deserve it, and why do you need it. And if they approve it, you get the scholarship. Okay. Can you, after community level one, can you get a short job? Pratish, no one can assure you any jobs. It's you in the end who has to have the right skill sets, right attitude, right hard work, etc. etc. So are jobs available after level 100%? A lot of jobs are available. Will you get it? Depends on you. I cannot tell you whether you get it or not. You have the right skill sets, can talk well, can put in the efforts, have the right critical thinking, etc. तो हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Can job person get scholarship? Yes, Dinesh. A lot of job people have also got scholarships. Completely fine. Yes, you don't need a computer. You can do a laptop. So computer, laptop, both are fine. What I meant is you need a screen. Like books से नहीं करना है आपको laptop या computer किसी से भी चलेगा समर्थ. Completely okay. ठीक है? Uh, work experience can be done either before, during, or after doing CFA, and you need 36 months, and it's relevant. Relevant ka meaning is you have to work in finance or accounting. You cannot be saying I was working as a marketing head and I don't account to pure into something in finance or marketing, accounting. ठीक है? नो शुभ कास्ट का कोई सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है कास्ट से कोई स्कॉलरशिप फर्क नहीं पड़ता है देयर इज नो कोटा देयर इज नथिंग इन सीएफए it's equal for everyone. You are interested in finance, you are um, putting in efforts in finance, you are hardworking, you clear the exam and you get the value. That's the idea. ठीक है? I am doing CMA and fine, your call. मतलब, it's your call. You can do CMA also. If you're looking pure in finance, CFA is preferred. How much score to pass? There's no passing percent marks that they give out. But what I've seen over years, approximately 70% is what you need to score to clear the exam. Okay, that's approximate. That's the estimate which I have. Okay. Yes, you can be a distance education student. You can be DU distance education from any university, from IGNU, anywhere. You are eligible. They don't need university education in person. It can be total, like distance or in person or total मिला के you need education in the university. ठीक है? Yes, Kevin, our total fees are included in the 5 lakhs. So the total, as I told you, approximately 3.5 lakhs for the CFA exam fees and around 1.5 lakh for the classes का fees. So total मिला के 5 lakhs होता है, which includes our fees also. ठीक है, Kevin, I hope this is clear. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Lovely. Tanisha, there's no fee waiver. This is it. The single parent thing doesn't work out here at all. Yeah, but obviously you put in the scholarship essay, उसमें you write the stuff and they might consider in that case. ठीक है? So the total fees comes to approximately. So it's how do I explain? Each level, the exam fees from the CFA Institute side is around 1.1 lakh rupees, total 3.3 lakh rupees, and classes fees around 50,000. So total fees comes to around 5 lakhs. ठीक है? I hope this is clear. I hope you all have understood this part properly. BBA करो तो कोई advantage नहीं है. मतलब you can do anything. It's not about the degree you do. It's about the college and you yourself, like how upskilled you are, how much exposure you've got. All those things से फर्क पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Dinesh, exam fees $1140 plus GST per level. ठीक है? That's the fees of the exam. Only for level one, our fees, as I've already shown you all, you take the recorded product 25,000, you take the live online 42, live offline 47. That's the fees that we charge specially for people who attended the webinar. Baki log ke liye 5,000 rupees extra. And you take the FinElite thing, it's 50, 67, and 72. And exam fees is 1140 plus dollars. What are some CFA institute? There is no some CFA institute, Harshita. There's only one CFA institute in US. That is the only one across the world which handles everything. They obviously have different offices across the world. But only one CFA institute, only one CFA exam, and that's why it's globally valued. So there are no multiple exams or multiple types of colleges or universities which can do CFA. एक ही institute है who is allowed or authorized to take the exam, set the curriculum, and ensuring that the standard is met across the globe. ठीक है? Cool. So yeah, I'll answer all the questions up till now. If there's anything left, let me know. If I've missed any questions, तो आप डाल देना भूल से miss हो गया तो. Tier 3 college MBA hardly any value. So CFA will be pretty helpful if you do it. CFA, I think by now you know that hardly you get good profiles and everything. So you can't change it now. So but उसका CFA करोगे तो काफी फर्क पड़ जाएगा. Yes, completely fine. Yes, Rachita, you cleared a CFA level in India. You can easily continue it anywhere across the world. Dubai, US, Canada, Australia, Spain, Mexico, Japan, Singapore, New Zealand, जहाँ करने कर सकते हो. ठीक है. Thank you, Pratesh. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you, Ronak. Thank you, Faizan. Thank you so much, guys. Which role, job? I have to do anything in finance. Adesh works for work experience. Completely fine. No, there's no minimum percentage in graduation. Varanasi. Nothing can be. You just have to graduate. That's enough. Which professional course is CFA, Arna? That's the course which you should do if you want to build a career in finance. Okay? Is exam fee 1 lakh separate? Yes, there is Varsha. Exam fees is what you pay to the CFA institute, and training fees is what you pay to us. They're separate. Thank you, Shop. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hetal. Harshita, eligibility criteria, I told you, you need to have a passport and you need to be in the second year of a graduation to give the exam, so you can start preparing from first year. So 12th clear kiya, you are eligible. That's the idea. Okay? Yes, Harish, working in Big Four will be considered audit. Completely fine. Okay? I hope this is clear. I hope you've understood all of these things. Harshita, CGPA doesn't matter in CFA, but CGPA will matter in your job. So better the CGPA, better the jobs you will get. Okay? Cool. Thank you so much, guys. I hope it was an enriching webinar. I hope you've learned a lot about finance careers and about CFA. And I hope I've been able to fulfill on the promises I have made to all of y'all. And I wish all of you all the best for finance career, irrespective of you join with us or not. Put in the hard work, put in the efforts, and see magic happen around you. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye. If you want, we have the links given. You want to enroll with us, speak to our counselors, and they'll help you with how do you pay the fees, how do you fill the admission form, and help you understand which is the ideal batch for you. All those things will be done. Okay? Yes, Harish, we will be helping you or supporting you in starting the essay for the CFS scholarship. We'll be doing that. Okay?